pick up the first kingdom. Two play in the lead. Washi gonna find Bolu, but does get hit markers by Jez. Going up against, they're now all tied up 1-1. Theo is going to get taken down by Jazz. You can now see Jazz pushing up towards the B flag. We're rocking that 35 round. See that we have Vague pushing up incredibly far, but this should be a free kill for Theo, sure enough. With the push from the backside, finds Jazz.
Licença, Tocinha! Pofo! Botão no cofrinho do Ibis! Pofo pra cima do Delzinho! Double pofo do craque! Faz clique aí, meu chat! Você tá no YouTube, faz o clipe da jogada! Tomara tá!
Um som, morto.
Vou cavar cima, cava esquerda, cava esquerda.
Tem um, só tem ar. Não tem mais um.
Aí tem que forçar essa pode ver agora, calma, segura.
Nossa!
And we've got two players left to deal with. FN 420. Oh my god, Lucky, what the hell was that? Count them out. Can't do it. Lucky is Dark Wizard. You're the only hope here, Dark Wizard. Oh my god. We've got a 2v5 that is a reality. Lydia looking for the shots. Lydia's gonna round the corner. Lydia finds one. Lydia just needs to find Lucky. Doesn't happen. We're going to another round. The most at the moment finds another one. Just an absolute demon. Moving quick list in with the side of Nova. Dave, you're going to go in for doing that.
People see, there is one A now. Marvel misses one, but doesn't miss twice.
Out. Oh my, Chris, he's all 1-4. Where you at, homie? I know you're in a typical sniper there, but right now you're a sniper. It ain't even close. Lucky, get headshot. Cosmo, you want the smoke? Get it too, homie. We got a 1v1.
Oh my goodness, Iona! Bro, watch.
X7 was left alive. Now it's Iona looking to make this.
Yo, this girl's dirty! Aggressively push up to this degree. Lydia's able to find one. Artemisa coming through. What's that? Is that the kilo? Whoa! Artemisa, the Damascus kilo. Ooh, Chels finds one, is looking for two, but Artemisa. Yo, this girl kinda nuts with the kilo, bro.
Yo, how are you?
I have been. Down herself on that Sparrow shot, but the Angels do maintain this P3. Oh, brick stuff! Well, it was looking good for a minute there for the beginning of this round, but it has quickly gone in favor. I think you're right on the money. The arrow can push that up, finds two in the feed to start things off. Those double kills are worth a ton of points, let alone
and welcome back. My name is Diana, and I'm your host once again in tonight's games. Obviously, we have here Zim and Verdict as our funny duocaster. I really enjoy having them here, and I'm sure you guys enjoy it too. And today's game is gonna be quite interesting because of the schedule and because we did really had some changes in the past week, right? But the caster's gonna talk about it in a bit. In the meantime, how is your day, Verdict?
Oh, it is great knowing that we're going to get some Mobile Mayhem today. I think this particular, episode of Mobile Mayhem is bound to be one of the most eventful of the season. We'll talk a little bit more about that later on. I'm doing great. I know that we're ready to rock and roll, but before we do all that, gotta ask you, how was your birthday weekend? You had a very special one. I know you were trying to play it off earlier, but, we hope you had the best of days for yourself, and we hope to, see you come through for Mobile Mayhem more often, as this year has been pretty great for you, hasn't it?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, thank you. I was not expecting that, but thank you so much. You indeed came to my my stream, and also Zim wished me a happy birthday. I really do appreciate you both, guys. You were so nice, made my day, and yeah, definitely it was a quite interesting weekend. I had my birthday. It was nothing special. I usually don't do anything special on my birthday, but I decided to stream because I wanted to spend as much time as I can with the people from my stream because I really appreciate them. So I was like, I'm gonna just spend time with my friends, So yeah, it was great. It was great. Thank you so much for asking, and once again for the wish. Oh. But yeah, last week was an interesting week here on Mobile Mayhem. And Verdi, can you go over the standings?
Absolutely. We'll take a look at it. It's got it popped up on the screen. 117 not found. Animus Kings all tied at the top spot, but that's about to change today as we'll go over schedule in a moment. Icemont, 35 points. 31ers with 25. Zidium, Enigma, and FA Ducks all in that top spot, as well as trying to compete for a top 6 is where we're looking to see who's going to step out and rise up above the occasion. Void and Team Typhoon. Who is Team Typhoon? Well, if you remember from Challengers, they didn't quite make the cut, but with Team Mobility disbanding, they were happy to fill the slot. So better late than never is what I've always said, and it's just the right time to pop in for, some points possibilities. Still a chance at getting a top 6 with everything kind of just still up in limbo.
About the schedule, Zim, can you go over the schedule?
Yeah. For the first matchup of the day, we're going to have 31ers play the FA Ducks. We're going to see another matchup with Creed, Faints, and the crew taking on General Gore and Zed. Second matchup, we're going to have Zidium versus Kings. That's going to be one of our key matchups for today. We're going to have the full roster for Kings. That's Inferno, Grizz, Spy, Rasmo, and Raid making their league debut, I would think, or one of them. We got Void and Typhoon for the match 3, and we have 117 and Animus for our end of day match. We're going to look forward to that one too.
Definitely. I'm actually very excited for all of them, but the question is, which game's gonna be the more excited for you? What is the highlight of tonight, in your opinion, Zim?
I'm thinking both of the Kings matchup and the Animus 1171. Just like in terms of the best possible matchup for broadcast purpose, I'd say that last one. It's definitely well placed.
How about you, Verdict?
Oh, I have to agree. I think if you mention anything outside of that Animus and 117 matchup, you're kind of like just wasting your time. The second matchup is going to be a great one, but I'm definitely looking to end the night off on a high note and kind of figure out who's the best team in EU. I know I saw a tweet out earlier. Who are your top 3 teams? Right now, it's kind of undecided, in my opinion. You could say, hey, this team's the best, but today we actually get to see 2 of the best square off. And I mean, what better way to, close this the stream out than with a banger like that? So.
Wanted to ask you guys about your opinion before we started. As I said earlier, some rules changed, some rules added, and if you guys maybe didn't saw the announcement or you are not aware, SK is gonna be banned for the rest of the season here in Mobile Mayhem. Also, we're gonna have limit 1 tactician per team, and Tech 5 has been added as an operator. So as you guys are very good casters and players too, I want to ask about your opinion. What do you think about these rules, especially the SKS one?
I'll let Zim give his take on it because he's a little more educated when it comes to bans and weapons,
Okay.
and I'll put him on the hot seat.
It's definitely an interesting one. I think that this wave of rule change is mostly positive, if not entirely positive. There's definitely a lot of like controversy, I guess you could say, around the SKS and the raw power of it. Although I don't think that the reasoning from the pro players is the best one that they could give. What isn't escapable is that the SKS is a very, very strong weapon. It one taps to the head. Maybe shouldn't. And for the time being, until maybe we see a little bit of a nerf, uh, should it be in pro play? Probably not. But it's gone now, and we don't got to worry about that. And then we also have a couple other rules. We got TAC 5 coming back, which is a great operator. It's been nerfed a couple times, so it has a really nice place right now for flow of the game. Not too oppressive, yet still very, very impactful. And we have that limitation on the tactician, which is probably going to impact Europe more than any of the other changes. Since not all the teams have an SKS user, that tactician limitation, now that it's declared and you know exactly who has the tactician, and there's only one at a time, we're not going to see so many flashes and so many stuns and things like this all over the map at any given time, so we can get back to high skill gameplay where you're fragging out, you're rotating, and make it be about that when we're watching these matches. So overall, good changes.
Okay, I do see both teams are in the lobby. So, Verdi, can you go over the map selection?
Absolutely. This one's about to get crispy here as our first series is about to take off. We're going to take off some Summit here for Hardpoint to fire this one up. Slow it down over at Search and Destroy Standoff. And that last map, if we get to see it, it'll be a Ray Control Weapons. No bans coming through. Obviously, that's not even a discussion at the moment. It's the map bans that are more in particular important. Slums and Hacienda out of the window. So 31ers and Animus. That's not right. That's not Animus. Who put that up there? Who did this to me? Who sold Verdict? I'm just reading a script. Obviously, it was already pre-wrote. This is FA Tux. It's not 31ers and Animus. We're seeing Animus and 117 our last match. I think everybody's got that Animus matchup on their mind. That's kind of why we probably made a little bit of a mistake there. But, we'll let it slide. Predictions-wise, Deanna, we always give our predictions based off of the talent that we see in the lobby and what we know this FA Ducks is capable of doing. Do you think this is going to be just another day at the office for them?
Yes, I do believe. We can go over the rosters from both teams, and you can clearly see on FA Ducks we have more, I could say, experienced players. We have Yaya, Feint, Viren, Neil, Creed. They are players who, well, maybe played before in different rosters, but right now they are playing under the same rosters. And obviously, they've been here in Mobile Mayhem for a long time. They've been in comp for a long time, right? Therefore, I do believe there is a highly chance we're gonna have a very fast first game. How about you, Verdict?
I mean, Summit can be a bit of a snowball map if you allow it to be. Obviously, with this way the hardpoint spawns work, I think it's a little bit closer of a series than we anticipate. If 31ers don't allow the side of the Ducks just to do whatever they want whenever they want, they've got to set a precedence early. This first set of hills has got to be able to keep it close. I mean, you can get a little out of hand after that P3 to P4 connection. They can mitigate the damage that Ducks puts on the map as those transitions come through. I could definitely see this one being a close one in the first set of hills, but I think after that, it's going to be Ducks just coming through with an ultimate second hill or second set of hills that are just going to overwhelm the 31ers.
Like where is the sound coming? But someone was listening music in the lobby. But yeah, both teams are here, so I'm gonna be back for after the first matchup. Have fun, guys.
All right, Deanna, we're gonna sign you off. We're gonna toss you in the cellar. I think that's Hitman's spot for later on the night. Tonight, it's this series that we're gonna be focused on 31ers and the side of Ducks. Zem, I've already made my prediction. Summit can be a bit of a blender if you allow it to be. How quick do you think Ducks can maintain this one? And do you think it's going to be close to the first set of hills?
I think this game will actually be a lot closer than maybe we're giving it credit for. We're still seeing a Ducks team that is coming into their very own. When we look at Ducks, we're not necessarily at this moment looking at them in the same light as we are an Animus or a Kings in terms of not the talent, but the time spent together in closing out these matches, and we have seen Aether and this 31er squad actually come off a couple decent games. So for the time being, we'll actually have to take a look. Summit is a map that can snowball, but just as much as it can snowball, it can also be very mixy. Oh, we're getting into it right now. We got Feints with a triple, early control going on for the way of Ducks, but yeah, I mean, everything's locked down. We got the spawn set up for the side of Ducks, and unfortunately, every single match that we starts with an AFK, as we had General Gore there AFK at the spawn. But the flip is coming through for the side of Ducks, and early control is going their way.
There we go. Ducks and crew, led by Feints, picked up the nasty 3-piece. The first little bit of openings. Right now, it's a little bit of piece here on the point. Now is Ducks trying to get the break right back in it. 2 down. Yeah, Feints, he's him, man. He has put on a clinic so far. 6 kills in the feed for him. The combo is only on 2, but he has continued the rise. Streaks certainly going to be abound now as P2 setups are going to be made. Who's going to get the benefits of being there first? Well, it sure isn't going to be the side of 31ers. It is Ducks all over the map. The Mighty V looking pretty dang good so far. The Flock has put on a bit of a show. With a 32-3 lead, they're going to have the opportunity to extend that one now as P2 has popped. The catwalk is hot. 31ers winning a few gunfights. Might be able to spoil this Ducks victory early on here in this P2 setup.
Spoil it indeed. They do have the set for that spawns early control over for the side of 31er, but nice long lanes, and we're actually going to get Veer and number 1 on the team here, Creed, spawning out on the snow and able to wrap this map and flip that spawn. That's going to be very important for them. But I want to just highlight something a little unusual for this map. We like to see that this is a very sub-dependent map, but if we're actually taking a look right now, we got Veer, who I don't know if you've had your camera on him, but he is doing very well locking down these lanes and also leading the transition for the side of Ducks with that kilo nonetheless, and also the claw to keep him very flexible in that positioning here. He's gonna be able to pick up a nice player right here onto General Gore, who's pushing that green side. This is very important engagement for the spawns, and with that kilo in position, he's gonna go on ahead and win it, and the early transition is set up for the other side. Tac 5 will get popped. That's exactly what we're gonna be seeing a lot of this season, from those tac waves right on your first when you're going for that break. And here comes Creed with the Annihilator. He's already got full streak set up already. He's got a combo of 5 plus, I believe, too. The spawn will flip, and he's got a clean lane with the Annihilator to pick up some in the back here. General Gore will get popped, and another spot there for Veer in the back there with the kilo. He'll go down and he'll spawn in the back, but I mean, big lead for the side of Ducks so far.
Huge lead. Things getting a little drastic now as the side of the 31ers not able to maintain the weight and the flow of this game. They have been tossed around. They have been butchered, beaten, battered, you name it. It's happened. Blended up here as the rotations over to P4 are being made, and you can already see it. The 2 that went down earlier on, only then and Nutella. Bro, you can't even get scrap time on this map. This is a dominant performance. We're already in 100 points. The Creed Pred Missile is going to get only a few bodies, but it's going to hit 1 body. But the intel's there. The backside of the spawn's not going to be solidified just yet, so we got a little bit of hope for a comeback now. We need a full 60 for the boys over to 31ers. They got to start by taking down Creed. And already the back lines are being taken down. Hold down the fort. Can't get a foot on the hill. The spawns are wonky. And guess what? It's Ducks continuing that mighty V formation. They're going to be able to pick up a few points off the initial, but the break is certainly going to come through as those spawns are still going to be bunkered down. So 40 seconds left to grab, and you need all of this if you're the side of the 31ers. Ducks, I mean, they have been knocking on each and every angle. They have been denied so far. We might have got ourselves a little bit of a ball game. Need to stop the hemorrhaging, and it needed to start here because P3 to P2 to P1, it just wasn't it. Ducks just look overall like a better team, and they are able to display that so far. With 20 seconds left to go, it does look like Ducks are going to have to retreat for the hills. Uh-oh, Creed's going to get a backside spawn that might cause a little bit of devastation. Nope, it's going to be shut down. 31ers going to be able to live to see another set of hills, but they're still down by 60.
That's where you're actually going to see the best teams kind of stop the bleeding, not like you said, but also expand their lead. It's going to be those P3 hangar hills and those P4 because two reasons. We got lockdown hills on both of those two entrances, as opposed to a P1 where you can get shot in a host of different directions, and P2 as well. But not only that, you've got spawns in very close proximity of those locations to support those 60 hills. We're going to see the 31er team go on ahead and get that P4 rotation. Stop the bleeding a little bit, but we're right back into a P1 where the Ducks are just right back into control. And if we're opening the scoreboard real quick, I mean, we said that we thought that this would be close. And if we're taking a look here, we got Legacy, he's 14-21. We got a double negative only then, a double negative onto General Core, almost triple for Aether. Natella's struggling. And then we look on the other side. Creed is a superstar, of course. Yaya looking very quickly like he's coming back into form like last season. We got Feints not even at 10 deaths yet. Veer slowed down a little bit, but still positive in 2, holding down those lanes. And then Neil, 18 and 11, as that person who is getting that objective time. So even their objective is slaying. And we got to highlight this as well. Europe is going the overclock direction on TAC 5. It is one of those operators that you get fairly quickly. An operator, an overclock on average removes about 1 or 2 kills from that progress that you have to get in order to have that good to go. So with that overclock, in addition to maybe like a tactician in the future, you'll see this player kind of switch back and forth between these two perks. A team that's snowballing, that's able to get their TAC 5s very quickly, is going to be expanding on that time. Moving on into the P2 area where we have the Ducks on the good side with the kills going through, and TAC 5 almost in the pocket for Neil. If he gets a TAC 5 wave right here, it could be very ugly going into P3.
Well, what I will say is this has been an ugly reset. We're talking about the downfall of, second set of hills being where, things kind of unfold. That hasn't been the case here. It's been a little bit of a fight back. It's been scrappy. P2 left down to 20 seconds, and look at this deficit. It's no longer 100 points. It's no longer 60 points. It's about 40 plus. And rolling into a P3 that could be make or break here for the side of 31ers. They need to get their foot on the hill as well as getting these flips to the spawns. Let's go ahead and dive in for a quick listen in to see if they can get the job done.
Mid lane. Spiel on top. Okay, push for please. Sammelt, zusammen. Die werden Swanch haben, watch out.
Einer Connector.
Einer rechts, green, wer rechts, wartet lang.
Einer bei den Barrels.
Go, warte, wir pushen zusammen, lass zusammen pushen, Core.
Wäre dead.
Ich will am Wassertank.
Nur noch back in Spawn.
Nice fight, Pick. Links, low.
Ich hab
Die haben Spawns.
Nice, wir sind gleich 2,
Ich bin aber rausgespawnt.
Bin One-Shot.
Team spawn down.
Nice, Flashback, East City.
Ja.
2
Rausgespawnt.
Beide down.
Ich bin reingespawnt.
Nice, help him.
Oh, I gotta love the creativity, but the outcome and the results, not any different than what we saw in the first set of hills. It is Docs locking it down. Flirting with that 200-point marker right now. Veer is holding down the fort here in the bottom side of this P3 side. He's got a claw popped, and man, this one might be over. Finally, a break comes through. It's only 15 seconds left to go, but the adaptation there from the side of 31ers much better than the first set of hills. Unfortunately, it doesn't, yield any results.
You're right, it doesn't, and we're continuing to see it. It's almost at a point where we're coming up again on a 100-point lead, and it's primarily because of these lockdowns. This time around, the side of Ducks didn't have control of this P4, and we actually saw 31er getting it, but now they're on the break. So we'll actually have to take a look, and no TAC 5 in the pocket, so this break is going to be significantly difficult, as we're going to really need the smokes to come out with these entry frags as well. But Creed's on the outside holding it down, and Aether's going to be able to get a kill. Legacy on Trovo is going to actually have to win a really important one on the backside of Neil, but Neil will win that and secure the spawn for his team. And with the snow setup coming out for the side of Ducks, the break gets more and more difficult as there goes the TAC 5 pop for the side of Ducks, and the entry is just going to get thwarted. But never mind, as Aether is going to get inside. He's working on a gravity vortex here, but the spawn is flipped just a little bit, and maybe this chaos can actually lead Ducks into a position where they're able to break the hill as Veer's going to go in and pop a 2-piece. He's going to pop a 3-piece.
Don't let him get 3.
Look for the 4th and not get it. But, I mean, 31er, they're just keeping it close. They're breaking those 60s, albeit with a little bit too much time going for the other side of the hill, but they're putting themselves in a position where they have the opportunity, and that's exactly what you want. We've gone 2 consecutive P1s where they haven't actually had the transition, and now this is going to be the 3rd one where they're going to have to break P1 again.
They had a pretty healthy P1 on the reset the first time around. Right now, it's the 3rd time, and Ducks just getting better with time. The age of this P1, could it be the ending? Doesn't look like it's quite going to be there. The break's going to come through some massive gunfights, and an interesting play here for the tactician players slash TAC 5 to go ahead and pop that. You got to keep the dream alive, and what better way to do so? P1, very scrappy. Big gunfights. Creed wins another one. He's sitting on 38. Make it 39. Yaya there for the backside support. Feints from the drop down as well. It is all 31ers on the hill. They're keeping the dream alive, and more importantly, they are making sure they got the bodies on the hill to do so. 18 seconds left to go. Not enough to close this one out. We're going to see a P2 at the very least. 31 seconds left to go. Can the side of Ducks get the job done? Let's go ahead and duck down there and see what the comms sound like.
I've got
He's well page.
What does one shot? What does one shot? I'm gonna contest it.
Watch out now, watch out now. I'm going top, I'm going top.
Get up,
One flash down, one flash down.
Bottom.
Oh, one top, one top.
I'm going side.
I'm using any.
One
One top, one top.
There's one more top. There's last one top pushing down.
Top.
Top dead, top dead, top dead.
I can see flank. I can watch your gun.
One L, Neil.
Two camp flanking. One jump, one pushing top, one push top.
Yeah, one top right now.
Top dead. I'm gonna push mid lane.
Watch out, con dead.
I'm minus con.
Oh boy, they're getting scrappy. This one's coming down to the head. It's finishing here. 2:44, only 5 seconds needed. Of course, Creed's going to get the job done. He's dropped 46 so far. Zim. Put it in the bag. This one's done. I mean, right now the contest is going to come through, but a Yaya... I don't think... Was Yaya lagging right there? I don't know what was happening. Maybe he just didn't like the gunfight or the Puri fight. Nonetheless, the outcome... Holy hell. Ducks are here. They're here to play. They put this one away. A very dramatic ending right there, but it was a hell of a fight back from 31ers. They did not fold any chance. They were on the hill. They were trying to extend this one to get to a P3. It just didn't happen.
We kind of go back to it. The score ends up being the way it is primarily because of the transition or the lack thereof on those 3s and 4s from the side of 31er. If you give a top team, especially one that can frag like the side of Ducks, free P3 transition, they're going to get 60 points every single time. If you give them the P4 transition cross map and you don't hold your first wave, they're going to get 60 points every single time. And we're really looking at that just being the margin, that transition really being the margin for the side of 31er. If you take a look at the scoreboard and you just kind of put your hand away from the actual top score, you'd look at this and you'd think it was a stump. 48 and 29 for Creed, he's narrowly at 50. Yaya 49 and 26 and narrowly at 50, and the other guys holding it down. Minute 32 on Feints with 30 kills, 37, 2 for Neil, 2 minutes. And then you look on the other side, 24-38, 27-43, 27-39, 25-39. Just bad fragging performances for the side of 31er, but still coming down to that transition, it's very possible that had maybe a couple more kills gone their way and they actually were able to maybe get a couple wave breaks onto these hills and just get scrap time, that they could have walked away with a win. So the fragging is really nice for the side of Ducks, but if we can't convert that into strong time on hills that aren't necessarily just 60s, we might see them have a little bit of trouble. But a win is a win. The fragging power is immense for the side of Ducks, and if we're the side of 31er, that's one that we have to kind of go back to the drawing board and see how many of those spawns can we actually take to maybe flip map a little bit and see if the score is a little bit different. But strong performance from the side of Ducks. It's a good match.
Oh, it's a great match, and I mean, I was looking at like how the side of 31ers were going to adapt, and I just failed to realize that Ducks also adapted as well. We saw the first set of hills, that anchor position was held down primarily by Veer, and he did a great job of making sure he held the backside of that P3 site, and he didn't give anything away. Obviously, the spawns never flipped. What I will say is the adaptation was needed for them on that second set of hills. We saw Feints kind of double bag, and we had like 3 people in the backside of spawns because the hit was coming through from that P2 site all the way down into, what is that? Is that green? Is that what the call out is? The building that's to the left of P3?
Yeah.
If you're facing spawn. So like the pressure was coming from there, and Feints was able to retaliate, and they did manage to get a break there on the spawns, but it didn't necessarily convert to the hill time. So great jobs here on the value hills. The product is absolutely fine for the Ducks. Can they close it out in a 2-0 fashion? We're heading over to Search or Destroy on standoff to find out, ladies and gentlemen. And guys, if you don't appreciate my play on words, so let's duck on down there, you know, and let's look, bro. I'm trying to work with what I got. I mean, what they gave me was. I mean, come on. I mean, I'm trying over here. Help a brother out, man. Come on.
Maybe in NA they'd catch it a little bit more. It's a little bit of a retro movie, but good ones nevertheless.
All right, well, we'll see who's going to be getting the last laugh here in this second game of this best 3 series. It's Ducks on top. Can they continue on their journey here? As I don't think they've been contested yet. I think they've pretty much dominated every series that we've seen them play. A little adversity goes a long way now. It's first 6 rounds, actually, they're going to be on the attack, so we'll see how they handle it now. It's the push. It's going to be a little bit more of a sustained hold. You got Nutella holding the back alley. You got one trying to play that lurker area inside the gas station from Yaya. Is going to have a little bit of help. The double chow's coming through. Nutella's on an island. He's down. The first blood is going to go through in Ducks, and it's a clinical one. 31ers already off to a bad start. Can they revitalize this 4-man stack over towards the backside of their spawn and make the comeback? It does look like the bomb is wanting to make its way over to the A site, but nobody's got the clearance just yet. Aether's there, and we got Gore who's holding down the fort on the backside of the barrel, so push is going to come through. Aether's going to spoil that, and the player advantage is going to disappear. Can they deal with this pressure? Aether says, absolutely, homie. What a shot. What a play for him as he's good for 2. He's holding down A all by himself.
We actually didn't get to catch it on the camera, but Neil did hit a wall bang onto one of the players for the other team as he gets another one in the deli area. And he wall banged another player right before that as well in that area. Let's highlight Neil a little bit and give him some love. We've always known Neil to be one of the top snipers in Europe, and the big question for him whenever he's on these teams is, can he do it in Respawn 2? Can he pull out a sub, and can he do the work? Well, we saw him do it on the Hardpoint Summit, and he put up 37. So if this is a guy that can hold your objective time down, get a lot of frags, and then contribute in a big way in search, he's going to be a superstar talent for them this season. As he's going to get taken away by Legacy, but the bomb will go down. And I actually liked something that that the Ducks did this round. We saw their previous matchup. I believe it was against Animus, right? And we saw that they played offensively and defensively in such a way that they really didn't want to get pinched. They wanted to be the ones controlling that space in the back alley. They actually sent their bomb carry over to the box just to chill a little bit while they let their sniper rifle do that work in the middle of the map. But they put big priority on making sure that nobody's going to get through into their alley for free, as we're going to see General Gore get a first blood onto Neil. This is going to be an important key matchup here in the back alley. We've got Veer looking for Nutella. That'll set up these rounds really nicely, as we got General Gore on the other side here looking for 2. He's going to look for 3. They continue to challenge him. So you have a 5 versus 3 right now for the side of Ducks versus 31ers. They're going to pick up another one, and it's the snipers doing all the work in this round, but we'll look for that to be a theme on this map. Who can control that alley? And so far it's a 5 versus 2 for the side of Ducks. We've got pristine control, ability. Now with the man advantage to move our snipers around to different positions and see if we can catch these lanes. As they're going to make this transition right now to the back alley. We've got 2 bomb site.
Oh boy.
Off holders. With Nutella laying down in the lurks. You don't know about him quite yet, but Creed will peek it. We'll actually get it. And there goes Legacy over the wall. Faints now with the bomb in a 1 versus 4 position. He's got that tactician, but no utility in the pocket. Being watched by Legacy, and he'll catch him. So a 2-0 lead for the side of 31ers.
Great bounce back. A little bit of a blender in the hard point. And they got outslayed, but they did not necessarily get outplayed on that objective. Well, win's a win. Zim's already said it. But they held their own, right? You get a few more breaks on those money hills. You get the early setups on them as well. Might have seen a different ball game. Right now we're seeing a different ball game out of them here in the search. A-side hit's going to come through. It's a 5-man stack. Aether, yet again, adding more damage in as he's traded out. Yaya's going to get picked across the map, as only then has made himself into the enemy territories, as well as a plethora of other players. And Nail's going to have to back down 1v4 style. Minute 30. This round has already turned on its head. We'll see if miracles can happen here in this map now, as the market side is going to be occupied. Neil's going to take some shots from the backside. It's Nutella going to get caught on the reload, but it's the trade there for only then. 3 rounds rock solid, and they just can increasingly get better for the side of 31ers. They're putting up a hell of a defense right now, and you got to attribute that to the constant fear of what your snipers bring to the table. You're trying to rush across the map and get across A successfully without getting it picked apart. Well, the defense makes a good read. Opening blood's coming through. It's Neil who's back on his ish. He's feeling salty about last round. He's going to make this round his if he has anything to say about it. The trade's going to come through as Yaya's going to drop. And with a 1-for-1 trade, the 4-man's left alive, gonna have to do it all on their own. So you got Nutella still holding the fort on the back alley, Zim. And really, I don't think I see Ducks really retaliate to the first 3 rounds. I don't think I've seen them make any adjustments other than that A hit last round, and they just kind of flopped it. Oh, Nutella.
Yeah, they kind of did, and we're going to see a nice one there from Nutella and onto Neil, but it really comes down to this pinch protection that we're having, or actually the lack thereof, that they put that big focus on against Animus, but we're seeing frontal hit sites, frontal like A hits, full smashes without backside protection, without street protection, without that back alley pinch protection. If you're gonna give the other team, the defensive team, albeit, control of your statue, control of that court area, you're gonna have a difficult time traveling any kind of space on the map. So got the bomb down right now in the boxes area and Creed in a 1v4. We've seen crazier things, and we've seen this player do it against a better team in Animus. In this 1v4 position, actually convert a round win. However, tell me verdict.
Yeah,
it is often stereotypical that we see top professional teams, especially a veteran team like this, come out and respawn and absolutely dominate. And it's very stereotypical that these kind of teams, the ones that kind of catch you lacking, the General Gores and these guys, often very good in historically in Call of Duty in search and destroy. That's that mode that they take you on. But when you look at this team, it strikes me as odd because we've got veteran guys. We've got guys that have been in the championships before, guys that have been in finals, champions as well. They shouldn't be struggling in this game.
No, they shouldn't.
Especially on a map that's so common that everybody plays all the damn time.
And you know what? I can attribute this to 2 things. Creed not putting up double digits in the first 4 rounds, and then also Faint's not really finding any digits here in the first 5. Is he's going to be sent back to the spawn. We'll see him back next round. 2 for the price of 1. Nutella's dropped. Legacy's dealt with. The back alley hit is going to be huge. Creed's going to have to put this team on his back, and right now, he's the primary focus for both teams. Look at it. Gore's going to try and peach his way up the steps. You can't creep for too long. Shots are going to come through. And it is Zed who's going to be on the trail, but it's gone cold. Has no idea where he's at. Yaya now in a pinch position, able to catch Aether off guard. And only then, last player alive. Gonna have to do something for the team, and now the adjustments. I love to see it. You know, you need someone to step up and fulfill that role of picking up the frags. Well, guess what, Creed? You're the only man for the job this time. I think he dropped what 15 against Animus last week, and this week he has kind of like slowed down. This game he has picked it up. Finally, in the 5th round, we see a point on the board. Do you think that is like a direct correlation of why they haven't been able to pick up many rounds so far?
Maybe a bit of that, and maybe a bit as well that the snipers for the other team are actually doing quite well, as we see Legacy on 7 and General Gore as well on 3. They're actually shifting that approach, and instead of taking these sniper lanes where Neil is just struggling just a little bit, also the point being that Neil is the single sniper for the side of the other team. We're seeing Ducks get away from this sniper lane in that mid-map, that street, that statue area, that boxes area, and actually leaning into the power that their team actually has, the raw gun skill of their subs, getting into that alley, getting into these tighter areas where a sub can actually close the gap with these snipers and also win gunfights in isolation. As we have Yaya in the middle of the map looking for a big pinch here, as they're actually holding attention on the backside. He's going to check the deep and nothing's going to be there, but Gore's going to be a really important kill on the backside. And here goes Legacy just with the pistol, see if he can trade it. That's an important kill onto Yaya. Now it's very, very winnable as we have Aether on the bomb site. Hetty, he's got a position here, potentially able to look for it, but Neil's going to catch him off of the wall. And now we're going to have Legacy by himself, but with that sniper rifle in the barrels area. We've seen this kind of position actually convert multiple times, but the bomb will go down. It's 1 versus 2. He's going to challenge the bomb site, but Veer's going to get ripped off the Hetty. That's a 1 that you have to win.
Whoa.
And now it's just Neil by himself. The sniper's in the cubby area.
There's no way.
The shot, and he does.
There's no way you don't know that the guy that's last standing is the bomb planter. Did that bomb go down?
Yeah, that's bad. Yeah,
look, that was such a misplay. I mean, you're reading it right, and the last known position of Neil is on the opposite side of the white picket fence. And surely he took down the demon of the lobby for the opposite team. I don't care what anybody says. Aether has been putting in work on this A site. You crash the site, the bomb goes down, you kill the player who was nowhere, like, I guess he was on the bomb Hetty, but that's neither here nor there. Misplays happen. Aether is going to continue the fry, though. First blood in. Zed going to follow it up. They're looking for a B-side hit, and we were talking about this not being utilized. Look at it. This is a perfectly executed play. Faint's the last one.
Yep.
Finally going to be on board for a breadstick of his own. Graduated out of the Donut Club, but Are we here though? Really? Are we really here? Oh boy, this is a hunt him down, chase him, and sock it to him kind of scenario. Feints left all on his own. Gore is gonna finally put his misery train out of business. And 5-2 lead still in the hands of the 31ers. They can do it from both sides.
And you know, I love seeing teams be 2 bomb site teams. Nobody wants to play against a 1 bomb site team. They're very, very predictable. Nobody wants to be a bomb site, one bomb site team.
No, they don't.
We also know on this map in particular, Western teams, especially Europe and North America as well, because it translates over across the ocean, but very, very characteristically very strong on the A site, or not at all. Either very strong or playing full retake on this site, but always, almost always, against every single team, we'll see a lot of that mid space being, I mean, ripe for the taking, and we're going to see it really, really nicely executed B round there for the side of 31ers to take it to 5-2. But as we go into the next one, now it's a 1 versus 3, and they ran it right back into A. Like, why go back to something that didn't work? You had success in that B area. If I'm them, if I'm the IGL for this team, I'm calling that until they stop it. Show me that you can stop this push, and then maybe I'll stop doing it. But they didn't go that direction. They ran at the A side and found very quickly that Europe is very, very powerful on this side. But for the side of 31er, Legacy now, 1 versus 3. We've got Veer right around the corner. He's got a kilo, though. Maybe not the best weapon.
Oh, get blasted.
As the pistol's going to catch him in that nice that nice tight area right there. We've got Neil and Feints, 2 snipers now left alive for the side of Legacy on Trova to deal with. He's got that kilo, but the bomb is down on the side of Tractor. If he actually takes a look right here, he's going to maybe get a little bit of good timing here. He doesn't know that Feints is right behind him. And the other player is right above him. If he gets a kill onto Feints and just instantly turn around, that's what he's going to have to do.
Oh, boy.
But Neo will kill him from the window. And a nice clawback round there for the side of Ducks. But that was disappointing a little bit. We gotta come back to that. Maybe slow it down and play through that middle map. You've got more sniper presence in General Gore and Legacy. Your snipers are doing well. Why not continue to take those long engagements?
All right, well,
This is kind of what I'm talking about. They're either very, very strong on A, or it's just a full retake. Don't really like this approach here from Ducks. But I mean, they're gonna give it to him for free. Okay, if you're gonna give Creed the pinch for free, why not?
well, Bomb Carrier is going to get caught doing the deed. Zed's going to be out of this round. They've kept this bomb plant down. They're going to continue to do it. Yaya from the hit. Feints there to clean the backside out. And we're looking at multi-dimensional teams right now. It's one direction, heading over to the A side back-to-back. I don't know. Is this an ego shot? Or, hey, maybe it failed so miserably that it just might work here a second time in a row? It's not the case. Yaya sniffs it out. He shuts it down.
His foot. It's right there. His foot. Shoot his foot. You can shoot under that. I don't think he knows.
He probably
shoot
doesn't.
under the bump set.
Oh, boy.
I think that round, or this round, rather, was a little bit more about the lack of the coordination there. We saw General Gore on the side where when his teammate was there, his Legacy's gonna rip Yaya and give him a haircut. But the bomb was going down. Everything looked pretty good aside from the Creed getting that first blood. He got traded out. But then we saw General Gore on site, the Tractor player, who's responsible directly for the bomb carrier's protection. Instead of looking at that barrel and letting it be so that the Ducks players don't come up for free and get those kills, we actually saw him looking at the middle of the street when he had 2 teammates in court. Just a little bit of a lack of coordination there on his part. But we got a 1 versus 2. They're lining up here.
Oh my! No way!
No collat's gonna go down, but Natella's gonna get one on the backside in isolation, and Legacy will open up with one. And Legacy's having himself a map. He's 14-4.
Oh, he's feeling it, bro. He's gonna shut down the last player too. We're on map point. Looks like we're gonna be heading to control early on. Let's see if 31ers. Even if this A-side hit does not prevail at the beginning, it seems to unfold, and Ducks kind of sell. I mean, you saw there was a stack. It was a lineup. Almost a collab. Didn't matter.
Almost.
3 players versus 2. They couldn't get the job done. Legacy picking up his 16th. He's putting the team on his back. And the job's still not done. 4 players left standing. They're all stuck in spawn. Look at Neil. He's trying to peek and find anything through the top side of blue, but there is nobody home. Gore's got a pretty powerful position here on the boxes side, trying to get any kind of hop-ups or up, but the hit is coming through to the B site where Dali's going to get cleaned out, or so we thought. It's Creed shutting it down. 1-for-1 trades. Minute 20 left to go on the clock. Bomb is still in the hands of Aether, who has yet to make a decision on what play they want to run, as Intel has eaten some bullets up top. Look at Zed, though. He's found as well. Yeah, Zed's all the way in the backside of spawn. Yaya's for free. Neo, hop out. Hey, take me too. And that's 2. Yaya trying to shut it down finally, but he's one shot. The backside approach. Here comes the pinch from the players. Nutella looking to collect the body. The job is almost done. We can smell it. We can taste it, ladies and gentlemen. Faint's left at 1v3. He has not been hot in this search and destroy with the bomb plant going down. It's all up to him. 45 seconds go on the clock. But he is able to take down Gore, which is, I don't know how they were just sitting there both at the same time. Kind of just scratch my head. What was looking like a great round, now looking like it might be spoiled. 35 seconds on the clock, Sim. Faints, does he have the ice in his veins?
Not if he keeps running around in the farm area. You got -5 seconds to defuse. So currently you're sitting at 20 to even have the possibility of winning the round. And he's playing way, way, way too slow. This is not CSGO. We are not saving our guns. This is match point. Fate's finally going to hit the site, but it's too little too late now. Surely you'll kill one, and the other player will just run away, and he won't even get the one. I hate the pacing there for Faints. You're about to lose the map. You got to go. You're cross map. You're 30 seconds. You gotta factor in how long it takes to defuse it. I think Faints was saving his gun there. This is not Valorant. You got to get up on the map there, but we're going to see a map win in search for the side of 31er over Ducks. And it was a convincing one at that. It was a 7-3 victory with Legacy really, really popping off at what he ended with 15, 16 kills. A very strong performance for him. And a disappointing one on the other side. You really expect Faints to be one of these superstar guys. Not too long ago, he was, I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, considered one of the top guys, definitely one of the best snipers, maybe in 2021 and co. I mean, Vera champion, a 2-time champion, you're sitting at 5 kills. It looks like on that map particularly, and really just in search, I can look forward to Neil getting me a floor for kills with that sniper. He's an excellent sniper. But if it's not Creed winning gunfights in isolation, really putting the team on the back like you said, they're struggling in that S&D, and they're really going to have to start finding some things. It got to a point defensively in particular where it just looked like they had no interest at all in playing any of the bomb sites and really doing anything defensively to solidify presence on the map. You really got to look forward to that if you want to win rounds defensively and offensively too. You need a little bit of a direction. So the lack of that is going to translate to a 7-3 loss for them on a common map standoff. But I mean, if we flip it on the other side and we see 31ers, that's the blueprint. That's how you win against these top teams in particularly standoff S&D. You got to be a 2-bomb site team. If you can exploit space in the middle of that map, if you can exploit that deli first blood, if you can exploit that street maybe with the cover of a smoke and work these kind of like barrel pinches, you can do a lot of work and you can really keep the other team honest. So we'll definitely want to see that as we go into more S&D, particularly on standoff. But we're going into a control raid. And the side of 31ers, they've got offense. We got Ducks with defense. This happens to be a map that both sides, 100%, I think both sides are pretty decent. You'd obviously prefer to have defense as a baseline threshold in any control. But offense on raid is not that bad. It's not like Slums. It's not like Summit where maybe you get spawn trapped. It's not like a takeoff or like a firing range. You can definitely do some things on offense. So we'll actually have to see if maybe the pacing and the strategy is good for 31er, but if we're going back to that hard point on Summit, just the raw fragging power is going to be very difficult to argue with.
It is, but are those guns going to be nerfed? I mean, you're coming off a loss against a team that you had. I mean, after watching the hard point, I didn't have very much hope, and then sure enough, it was Legacy who came through with 16 kills. So right now, it's a toss-up. It's a wild card, and what better way to throw down than head over to Hollywood Hills, California for some raid action for game number 3. The control, the gunny's got to be back on point for the side of the Ducks. They are not flying mighty after that second game loss. It was a bit of a brutal one. I mean, there's a lot of time trying to translate and a lot of time wasted on that last round. Obviously, it didn't come down to that. It was already a fair and square matchup where 31ers just called their number. Right now, the number's going to be called for Nutella. He's going to be sent to the ring site to throw down himself. Legacy's the last one alive, not a kill on board. Gore and Aether finding some to equal things up, but it's body advantage. Right now, the gunnies are not there. One person has died for the side of the 31ers. What is going on? Are we seeing a complete meltdown here for Ducks?
I mean, we might be, but we're going to see Feints get a nice 2-piece there, almost 3. And it looks like that B point is just going to be given up by the side of Ducks. To be fair, B is the easier point to capture, but you don't expect a team like 31er to one-wave you if you are the side of Ducks with the raw amount of talent that you've got. You got Creed, you got Yaya. You shouldn't be getting first waved on the side of the ring, and now that opens up the ability to spawn trap potentially through this laundry. Since we are in that round 0, we're actually not going to have any operators, so that laundry spawn trap is going to be a little bit less effective, but Feints is going to stop it altogether. By himself, he's going to get 2 and die as well to Legacy, but here comes the defense. Now it's kind of boiled out a little bit. We're going to look at Neo in this position, very cheeky one. Not quite in the pool heady, but also not quite in the apartment area. You're really going to have to sniff him out if you want to catch him. Look above, but it's going to be Neo right here. He's going to catch one right there. Maybe a little bit of trigger discipline, let one go right by you, but nope, he'll take it. He'll kill Nutella right here, and the pool is locked down by the side of Neo. Looks like Legacy's looking for him. Can't quite find him. Maybe repositioned here, but he's going to catch him right there. There goes Neo, and now the pool entrance is out, and this is extremely dangerous for the side of Ducks. If the smokes come out and they get onto that site,
oh, look at the nade too.
We're actually going to have a really, really tough position here, but Yaya is an extremely important kill. General Gore is going to have to rip him there, and now I don't know why we're seeing a lot of extension for the side of 31er onto the ring when you had that pool entrance opened up. We're going to have to take a look at only them, but look, it's that AMAX. Here comes the SKS substitution. We're actually seeing it right now.
All right, this is something that we were talking about. What's the player who's using it? I'm trying to see, inspect
it's
that.
Only then. Zed?
Only Zed. Come on, bro. I mean, we're trying to get rid of that playstyle, bro. I mean, right now you got 4, so I mean, you know, Rocket, if you can make it work, 4 and 2 on the KD department. No combos going though. He's doing some damage, which is the most important, but is it going to translate to some control time? Aether is going to be able to find the brute force push up to the top of the rocks, but Neil's going to be there to shut him down. The bodies are favoring the side of the attacking team, and 31ers with a quick cap on that B side. They've had all the time in the world. Creed now trying to shut down this push. He's going to get shut down. 2 down, 3 on the hill. No, there's only 1 left. It's only then Zed. If you're going to be in a point of power, you got to go big or go home. He's going to be sent back to the spawn side. 4 lives remaining. The defense is crumbling. The Ducks have sold the bag in the round. Only 3 bodies left. Neil's holding firm. Legacy trying to get the point there onto the objective. Yaya going to be able to shut it down. It's 2 players left standing. 6 here for the respawn. 20 seconds to go. Not a lot of time, but not a lot of bodies to go for the Ducks. It is Yaya, the last hope. He's got a machete and a CBR4. He's also got Zed, who was on the prowl. In a well-orchestrated round, that is exactly what you want to see when you've got that much time. Allow the round to develop. Play a little bit through that laundry site, but don't get too, like, tunnel vision, right? It's a great disbursement of bodies onto the objective and getting into that enemy perimeter. Man, Ducks, they did not look like that same team we saw in Summit.
Not so far. I mean, you get into a control where the pacing is really important. You get the kills are really important. We're going to see that AMAX rip the red player right off, and maybe this is what the SKS should be. Just not a one-tap across the map, but just a couple body shots to convert. The range is really, really nice for the AMAX there, and you're going to be in a really good position. We're going to see General Gore completely miss almost every single shot in his Annihilator, I think. And not get a lot of value there, but we're going to see him in the middle of the map here, potentially go for 3, as we got an offensive round win there for the side of 31ers. Going into the defense now, they're really stopping everything. You stop the 1 wave, so it's not absolutely free, but we got the ISO player on the other side of the map. That's going to be Veer. He's going to get lost in the sauce there. The Pred will take him out. And the rest of that wave going towards the red is going to get stymied here. Here comes the Claw in a really nice position here, and we're looking at a stomp so far. So we're seeing the Claw in a really important position here. The Purifier is well to go. That's going to take 2, and the Claw is going to get into the spawn. Neil's going to convert that one. And now, where do you go if you're the side of Ducks? You've gone B, you've gotten stopped. You're going over to the other side. You've got a kill here in isolation. Now you opened it up. And now there's a Holger to deal with you long range with that kill to come back and support. Now General Gore is going to get the 2, and there's absolutely nowhere to go if you are the side of Ducks. The ring is still controlled by the side of 31er. Finally, a little bit of space in the Zig area, but can you convert it into actual map presence? Difficult. You still got 2 people to chew through. That's going to be Zed with the AMAX there. You've got 22 seconds, not a lot of time left. Creed's going to get ripped, and here comes the top red. The pillar's going to be extremely important to get Zed off of the side, and they're going to go finally stop the time on the ring. And if they capture this, you think they can win the round? Looks like I lost the verdict there.
Whoa, I completely was muted. Oh man, I was looking at Neil putting in God's work. He literally played what could be, if it does anchor into a round win, his ability to get into that money room area. Finally, he's going to be out. The hope is still alive, but it's a 3-life deficit. God, I hate, because I was on a little bit of a tear right there, just like I saw Ducks getting teared into another round. It does look like 3 players are going to drop almost instantly. Yaya's going to go for a last-ditch effort here for the Pretty. 3 bodies remaining to 8, 40 seconds. Creed's going to get absolutely dumpstered. And Yaya's the only player in enemy territory who can go big, but he's going to get called out. The trail is definitely hot. Gore is going to be able to shut him down. And what's looking like a little bit of a spark of a comeback, it's looking like a little bit of a shutdown here in Raid. Double kill, though, as Veer is going to be good for the nade shot. Neil's the last hope. 20 seconds left to go. It's already being contested. Wins 1, but it is Aether who finally shuts him down, ladies and gentlemen. 2 rounds in a row. The side of 31ers just putting them in the blender. That first round was so dynamic, and then you follow it up with almost a damn near perfect defense. Ducks, what's going on, homies? Is it too much 31ers on the opposite side? Are they bringing too much heat? Can you not handle it? Wow.
Big pacing issue for the other side. We got 2 guys using up a vast majority of the lives offensively in Creed, and Veer struggling as well at that. 9 and 16 for Creed, 7 and 15 for the other side, and the other guys doing quite well. Neil at 12 and 10, Faint's 12 and 11, Yaya 13 and 12. But the pacing, we really need to make sure that when we take kills, we're actually in a tradable position. As we're going to see Yaya in the middle of the map. That's an important gunfight onto General Gore, and finally a little bit of space for the side of Ducks. Can they actually convert it onto the other one? Maybe cut off a bit of these choke points here, but we're going to have Aether sneaking through the middle of the map. Turn around, buddy. He's not going to get caught there. But now the B side is actually going to be in the control. We've shifted for some reason for the side of Ducks control of the ring into control of Zig, and now there's absolutely nothing. We're going to have General Gore a little bit of an opportunity to double time here.
Oh, there's nobody there. 45 seconds left to go. Progress on the B side is going to be halted, but the 1 tick is going to go through. 42 seconds left to go. Gore is putting in work. As he has showed up here in this 3rd game of the series, the control has been of a nightmare for the Ducks. 31ers putting in some amazing work so far. The wall bangs, everything just going the way of General Gore, as he's going to be able to pick up his 19. Yeah, you don't want to contest that, homie. This is not the play. He's got a Holger, homie, and my game has crashed. So as soon as that gets pulled back up, we'll have the iPad to display, but we won't have volume. Very unfortunate circumstances, but it is going to be the side of the Ducks who are able to maintain the pressure on the mid-map control, and the ring side is shut down. You've got 1 player left in enemy territory, and Aether will make that Gore as well. He's going to pop the Annie. Will he be able to go big, though?
And he's going to run out there right there, but they have the little bit of a spawn trap going on 1 player. They're hunting for it, but it looks like he's holding his kill cam, not making sure he just doesn't spawn, and that's actually going to be really, really key from Creed to hold his kill cam. He'll get caught there anyway, but the A side now is completely in control of the side of 31ers offensively. They've got backside protection here. It looks like Aether is just going to be that pinch player, but they've got that Holger right there on the pool head. He's going to stop anybody that runs down the stairs while the other side completes the assault on the point. Gonna get 2 ticks working there on the other side. You just gotta get to B. You just gotta get to B if you're fast.
No.
But I mean, why are they cutting mid-map? What are you guys doing? If we're Nutella and General Gore, you spawn out cross-map. I mean, you gotta run right to B. Had they ran to B, they would have stopped the clock and maybe actually had a little bit of an opportunity there to complete a cap on one of those points. Big, like, pathing mistake for the side of 31er, and that's gonna give life. The side of Ducks, now we're gonna go back to the offense and have an opportunity. But the last time we saw this defensive round, we got 1 waved by the side of the defense. And the offense, it didn't go very well. But the Creed Annie is going to come through, as well as a car bomb. That's going to get 4 down for the side of 31er, and fast and furious. It's going to happen there. Creed on the side, winning a couple gunfights here, but the TAC 5 is just a kill away, maybe even just a couple moments. As we're going to see General Gore pinching the red, he goes completely unnoticed, and he's going to have a really nice lane just to cut a couple guys down, as the TAC 5 will go out.
Oh, no way Creed wins that one.
He's shooting a couple bodies. He let him know there that he turned on him. And now we're going to get cross-map pathing for the side of 31ers, or apologies, for the side of Ducks. Veer in an important position here to kill the guy in the window, as General Gore's just going to rip him off the head.
Right now.
And now the kills are just a little bit off balance, but a lot of space for the side of Ducks. They can they can definitely make a round win comeback here.
Well, let's see if they can make that comeback. Let's go ahead and listen in as well, as this is the last hope. You got to win this one to stay alive. Let's see how immaculate the comms are.
One shot as well. Laundry step.
One
Laundry
in
step.
kitchen. I'm gonna come to you, Creed.
Bro, pillars.
How many?
P1.
Dead.
Land steps. Land steps.
Laundry steps, one shot side, one shot B side, one shot B.
He's flash.
Yeah, get B.
Bro, he's red. Oh my day. Plus side. He's left side hill, left side P1.
Left side dead.
I'm
Don't
flashing
push that
high.
fence.
One kitchen. Oh, I'm gonna get
He's
pushed.
pushing you.
Laundry,
Fury red,
laundry.
Fury red. Brave way. Dead.
Good cap, I'm going in.
Black up, top land.
Just 2P1 push A.
Nice, bedroom, guys, bedroom. Outside bedroom, mid steps, mid.
All right, work on B's done, but those comms, they do not sound very confident. Right now, they're getting slapped across the map here trying to make this transition to A. Zim, does that sound like a team that knows what's going on right now?
That doesn't very much sound like a team. Like, I feel like Neil is very out of place there. Neil is just kind of keeping himself consistent, keeping himself with a nice set of tone. They're sounding a little bit determined there. I'd like to hear that from Neil, but on the other side, just not the kind of like uplifting comms, not the kind of forward-thinking or determined comms that we hear from the side of like an Animus, or maybe we get the opportunity to listen to what Kings maybe sounds like, but or even in this match, a 31er is sounding way better in their comms as well, as we're gonna see kills go for them, and the comeback is just gonna fall short. We got a 5 versus 1 now. Faint's left.
He's in
By himself in the spawn. He's got to deal with operators. He's got to deal with annihilators.
It ain't happening.
And that's not gonna work. It's gonna be 31er. But yeah, we got to talk about this real quick. 31er. This is a shock to me. I did not think that they would beat Ducks, but I didn't think that they would sound much better than them either. And when we went into those comms, that sounded like a team that wanted to win the game. On the other side here, we're taking a look at Ducks. They just, I don't know. If I was a guy playing on that team, I would not feel very good about going into very many of these rounds. I feel maybe they suffer a bit from their profile. Them as players, maybe it's the expectation of they're supposed to be really good, or maybe it's just that they expect that they're better than perhaps maybe they are at this point in time, and maybe that's kind of hindering them from actually getting forward and getting determined. That Ducks team, I think, if they work a little bit on those comms and they actually 180 and they take things, I don't want to say personally, but they look at the region and say, hey, you know, we can beat an Animus, we can beat a Kings, and maybe we can see them make like a Na'Vi type team. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
where
that
they
Na'Vi
just kind of
team
came out and they just wanted to beat everybody, and that's just kind of what they needed.
Yeah, but that Na'Vi team, like, literally made a turn for the better when they made 2 instrumental roster changes. One of those players being added was Creed, and I believe the other one was Faints, right? Well, both of those players are on this team.
2 guys are on this team, so
2 guys that are on this team
to not.
But
yeah,
where's the fat at? Where do you trim? Where do you go from here? Because right now,
I don't think it's Neil. I don't think it's Neil.
No.
Neil's holding it down objectively. His comms are. I mean, he sounded like the only guy that wanted to win the game.
Exactly.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I mean, you look at like a Yaya. He's a tough cut because
he's a
perennially
bragger,
one of
bro.
the best players
He's
in Europe.
fresh. He's fresh, bro. He's determined.
He's
He wants to
perennially
win.
one of the best guys in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. Is it? I mean, Veer maybe. I don't know. But then I feel so bad because Veer's a back-to-back champ. He was also on that Na'Vi team, wasn't he? I don't recall. I don't remember too much about the history of these European teams, but I don't know. Maybe they continue to give it some work, but
all right.
But this is definitely disappointing for sure.
Disappointing.
But I mean, let's not just like wipe it off on that.
Let's celebrate 31ers.
You know what I'm saying? We got to give them some love. That's a team. I don't know who the hell Legacy on Trovo is. I know one Legacy. I don't know who Aether is. I don't know who Nutella is. I got some Nutella in my fridge right now. I love Nutella. The spread, it's really good. But I didn't expect
boy.
Nutella to be good at COD Mobile. And then
All
we
right.
got only then who's that? That's Zed. We know who Zed is. Zed's
Yeah,
a
we know
pretty
who
good player.
Zed is. Oh, we know who Deanna is. Tell me, Deanna, I need your thoughts. Do you like Nutella or do you like peanut butter? Which one
No.
do you prefer?
You better not
Neither.
say peanut butter.
Oh,
swear
I'm
to
a
don't
peanut
like
butter
Oh
OG,
my
bro.
God.
I'm sorry,
I
peanut butter
don't like
supremacy.
peanut butter.
Yeah. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I don't like it.
You don't
I
like peanut butter or Nutella?
No. Nutella is
That
too
was
sweet.
good.
Peanut butter is
Oh
not
my
good.
god.
We're-
I'm talking about, there are people that are on the fence, and there are people that are on one side or the other, and then we've got Deanna who's just in the house and saying, "Forget all that, bro. I'm sleeping
You know what?
inside."
Diana doesn't deserve peanut butter
Yeah.
or Nutella.
Yeah, right.
I don't
yeah.
want it. You know what? I don't
Oh
want it.
boy, what
Yeah.
a series we just saw. What an upset so far this day's been for one of those teams.
Well,
That
yeah,
was a good match.
yeah, it was a good match. I'm surprised, okay, because I started, my prediction was, it's gonna be a 2-0 very fast. Duck's gonna take the win. They performed very good in the hard point. Obviously, they started with a big lead, right? And then they had good rotations. Vero at some point he was always securing, especially in the first set of hills. And they won 195 to 250, right? We had Creed 48 kills, we had Yaya 49 kills, but then going into the S&D, I was shocked, okay, and that is good because on the side of Dax, on the side of 31ers, my bad, obviously they performed very good, right? I think they got 4 rounds in a row, right? Just winning on the defensive side. They started to actually get the kills on the snipers first, right? And then managed to actually having that good control over back alley and support the kills actually. Ducks unfortunately were able just to get 2 rounds before we switched sides. And after we switched sides, I was like, okay, this is the moment. We're gonna see Ducks shine. But it didn't happen. They picked up just 1 round, and that was very hard too. So definitely a very good performance on the side of 31ers. Actually, Legacy dropping 16 kills. He did had a lots of sniper shots. They were like very good. I really did enjoy them. And then we went to control, and I was like, maybe this is the chance when Duck's gonna take the win. But no, because 31ers had a very good control on that specific map. They managed to get, I think, 2 rounds in a row. After the third one, right, I think it was in favor of Ducks, and then the 4th round it was in favor of 31ers. They managed to get control over the map. They managed to get, I think at some point it was a mini spawn trap, and overall Ducks couldn't actually get the kills, and they always started with last life, right? So 31ers always opened the rounds with very good kills and sometimes fast caps. So yeah, overall it was a very good game for the side of 31ers, and yeah, I wish to see them playing like this more often. But yeah, we're gonna take a short break. We're gonna hear a word from our sponsor Grilla and COD Mobile, and we're gonna be right back. And welcome back. We did had a short break. I did hit my hand in the meantime, but it's alright. The only one who saw it was Verdict, so I'm happy you didn't cut that.
I wanted to, but then I was like, I can't do that to her. I can't do it.
It was quite painful. But yeah, we are here for the next game of tonight. That's gonna be Z-Team versus Kings, and I'm actually very excited for it. Zim, do you have any predictions before the game?
This one's not like the other one. I think the team that we think will win will win. This team, to my knowledge, doesn't have like comm problems. All of them are very professional. They know exactly what they need to do. Maybe Inferno is a little bit of somebody to watch if he gets frustrated a little early. But Grizz, to my knowledge that I've experienced with him, not a guy that we're gonna have to worry about performance-wise and comm-wise. Rasmo, very nice guy, forward-thinking guy. I think he's gonna be a force in those comms. I'm gonna be seeing Raid for the first time in a match that like is important. That's gonna be a pretty big highlight for me. And Spy, Spy's a dog, so we'll have a lot of fun watching this. But I think Kings is gonna win this one 2-0.
How about you, Verdict?
Oh, I have to agree. I think Zidium is definitely going to be one of those teams that are going to suffer now that the SKS is out. If I remember, some of the greatest plays that we've seen out of this team was from Kree, holding long angles, or maybe not so long angles, and being able to tap fire that absolutely incredibly OP weapon, as the scene likes to describe it. It's too cracked. It's too broken. If it was so broken, why didn't we see 5v5s with SKSs? Everybody uses them. I mean, it's obviously not a very easy to use weapon, and the players that felt like it was too overpowered, well, they kind of banded together and got it banned. So I love to see the competitive scene head into a direction that kind of eliminates anything that's a little too broken. But was it that disgusting? Was it new friendly? No, I think it required a lot of talent. So there's two sides of the story there. I think Kree's going to be the one that's suffering. I hope to see him adapt, and he's going to need to quickly, as this Kings roster is. Yeah, well, I mean, we saw in last game, it looked good, but I mean,
not the SKS.
I don't know.
Yeah,
not the SKS.
Sure.
Exactly. But yeah, I do see both teams are in the lobby, so I'm gonna go over the map selection. We're gonna start with the hardpoint on standoff, followed by an SND on Raid, and if we're gonna get the third game, it's gonna be a control on slums. We do have firing range band on the side of Z-Team and Hacienda on the side of Kings.
All right, well, we've called this one a 2-0 fashion. We're gonna say goodbye to Deanna for now. We're gonna say hello to this next series as we're gonna get geared up. Kings, we've already called it. It's gonna be a 2-0, right? Well, we're gonna have to see this one unfold now, as we're not gonna waste anybody's time. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into the action. The standoff is where we'll see this one play out here for the hard point. Got to be on the lookout for the adaptation for some of these players. I got Spy using the S36.
S36.
Okay,
yeah.
I was glad we're on the same page here. Maybe he's swapping it out. Maybe he said, to hell with it. I want to have fun in this series.
They got a buff recently, didn't it?
Yeah. If it's not that the Valentine skin, I don't want to see the S36. Let's be real.
It's straight up like defaults.
Yeah. This guy.
All right.
Okay. All right. Well, a little bit of a hit
Kings
to
is gonna get
the
wiped off the
courtyard.
board.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, well, King's gonna get wiped off the board. We've got Tactician here for Spy. Take a look at the other team, see who's rocking that Tactician at the moment. And we're actually looking no Tactician for the side of Zidium. So maybe that ends up being a factor here, as we see that S36 is absolutely ripping right now. Got a big old clip.
Oh boy.
Nice fire away, good firing rate, good damage at that distance. And the S36 is absolutely doing work. You saw just 2 bullets there, rip that guy to half health. Maybe a little bit of support from Rasmo there on the hill with the Krig, but still a really nice position here, as we're going to see Grays mid-map with the Deagle. He's taking those gunfights, and he's got the KRM, so that's something to watch as well. So we're going to see early time going the way of Zidium, actually, and a little bit of a split spawn for the side of Kings. See if they're able to win this transition right here over. But taking a look at this series, who do you think this series favors map-wise? I know we said that the Kings team is going to win 2-0, but I've seen a little bit of standoff from Zidium. I see them do a little bit of work. And if it's anything like that first series,
yeah,
I mean, maybe an underdog team can come in and take an S&D. Last time we watched these guys play a search, it was Inferno dominating with the Kilo
MK2,
or whatever that thing was.
MK2 on this map. But if we take a little bit of a look further back, we saw Kings actually lose a search and destroy to
smashed.
Enigma.
They got smashed.
in an 8-6 victory for them, who came through with a 2-0 victory.
Right.
With Mojito, who, or not Mojito, but I can't remember who it was. Was it Rasmo? I think it was Rasmo who utilized the Rose Rook skin. Right now, anything can happen here in this series. The hard point has been fruitful for both. We see 20 seconds left, and the Hills are going to be hit for Kings now, as they're going to go ahead and abandon all of this factory site in hopes for a better future here in the P3. Top blue. Grizz wins a big gunfight on the backside. Trades are there. Mirage League are trying to put in a little bit of work on to this break early on, but Jazz shut down Grizz. KRM is a nasty combination as the hill pops open here in a moment. 5 seconds left to go. It's Kings winning all the gunfights. Give them the crown for this P3 rotation. As Spy trying to put in work on the front side. The back alley is going to be compromised. First little bit of hill time is going to be collected. They're going to be able to take a advantage for a little bit, but look at where Jazz is. He's got the operator ready to go. The Sparrows are going to be able to prove fruitful. He's waiting for Mojito on the hit. Mojito's putting in work, but no execution for the follow-up. So operators are going to go to the waist. Jazz not going to be able to find but one as he takes himself out. He didn't even get credit for that one. Kings locking it down here in top blue.
We'll need to pay a little bit of special attention to the TAC 5s on both sides when they get popped, as we saw right there, right before that wave actually ended up going into the blue hill. Saw a big TAC 5 pop from the side of Raid, and that actually won his teammates a couple important gunfights there for the first few sets of kills here. So we're gonna see Rasmo get cleaned up there for the scrap time. Early time went for the side of Zidium, but here comes TAC 5 for the other side of the team.
Oh, this is probably
Zidium now with the shorty up top right there. He's gonna get a nice one, and I love that KRM skin. Really, really nice skin here. So we're gonna see Mirage. Put a little bit of a work on him onto Grizz as well. Oh, I'm sorry, Raid and Rasmo there, and they're gonna have 3 early ones. But here comes the Purifier from Grizz. He's gonna be in a really nice spot to do some work, as he's gonna get taken down there. Only one, not a lot of value there, and the 5th is going to live. But the Annihilator now pulled on the bottom here. Saze is gonna overpeak a little bit. You're by yourself. He puts away the Annihilator after only one shot, just to tuck in the corner, and here comes the Claw to support. So far, so good. The operators are coming through. We've got the Gravity Vortex gun. That's gonna do some work here. The cutoff in the front of the door, and only one life left on the hill. It's Mojito versus Raid, and just like that, Kings is gonna flip it.
Kings is going to flip it. 25 seconds left to go. Need to get back in the driver's seat for this lead. Put 3 bodies on the hill, they say. Make it 4 now as Rasmo's going to come through for some more artillery support. Topside control absolutely locked down. 3 from range. The Craig, not the SKS, is finally stepping it up now as the team's going to need it. 9 seconds left to go here in this P4 rotation. Right now, we got a pretty good matchup on our hands. First set of hills down. It's not a big lead, but it is a lead indeed in favor of the Kings. It's 111 to 92. Things start to get a little unfolded here for the side of the Zidium now, as they've got a lock and load here on the second set of hills. This is where things happen that, you know, you can get exposed at times on maps. Right now, they're putting work here on the P1 site. Says his head honcho as he's holding down the courtyard, turning into a graveyard of the Kings of Pass, right? As Grizz gonna come from the top rope. Gonna get Grizz or Jazz down to 1, but is not gonna get the credit for the kill. Pack of Hungry Wolves onto the objective. Well, Mojito's shutting it down. The contest is there. Raid trying to go big. They're both just standing there looking at each other. I guess they're both flashed. Nonetheless, it is Kings holding down the fort. So let's go ahead and head in. Kings on top so far. 20 seconds left to go, but can they win this transition over to P2? Let's go ahead and dive into the comps now as we do listen in for the first time with Kings.
Nice. Yeah, good man.
Last one blue.
No, one mid truck dead.
One is top
I'm in the market.
Top market low.
Dead.
They might spot
Gas,
blue.
you're coming
They're
gas.
gonna go back alley. They're gonna go back alley.
Back bin. He's low. How about you?
Secret.
Back low. One gas.
I'm flashing main.
Attack five.
Flash. Take 5.
Two gas.
It's a gas. That's one more. It's a gas.
I spin statues, I spin gas. Coming gas. Nice.
Flashing your back, Kelly. One farm. Farm dead. You got shit on.
I'm going new. Harvested.
Bottom gunny.
I might push stuff,
Love the confidence that this team is bringing to the table right now. Get moved on. That was one of the things I was waiting to see. The TAC 5 kind of played out a little balance for both teams. But the hit comes through, and the last little bit of scrap time is actually going to go in favor of Zidium. They're trying to stop the bleeding Zim. Comms look pretty damn good. It sounded pretty good. Kings looking like they're going to be on top here on this rotation, too.
Wasn't too much fat on it, but, you know, still a really, really young Kings team. They've got a lot of ways to go in expanding their comms and actually making it sound a whole lot better. But like a big difference that we listen to so far, the best comms in the league still has to be Animus.
Absolutely.
In the sense that their comms, when we listen to teams like this, like yes, they're getting out the information that's on their screen and what needs to be said, but there's not the small stuff, the extra determination and the extra game planning, the extra interaction, exchanging, things that Animus does so very well, that other teams are gonna have to learn as they get together and they spend time playing with each other. But I think Kings can definitely get there. Those were good comps. A couple other things to highlight. S36, I mean, so far, so good.
Oh,
looks
melting.
extremely accurate. You got 60 bullets in the clip. Very, very accurate downrange, and it doesn't look like it suffers any damage. Spy is absolutely doing the work here. And then actually 2 more things. We saw when TAC-5 was last like available in the league, we actually saw Spy using it. They're going to throw that one onto Raid. Super talented guy. He's 20 and 15 right now, getting a lot of objective time, but he's actually not their primary objective player. It's actually going to be Grizz, sitting at 15-22, but he has that 7 seconds of that time. And when I talked to Grizz leading into this one, we did talk about how he was actually going to be this team's main OBJ, and that's actually looking like it's suiting him fairly well. The other thing is that Rasmo, surrounded by superstars. I mean, you take a look at it top to bottom, and maybe Rasmo's like the 5th guy. He's absolutely bogged. He's got 31 and 15. He's sitting at double positive, and he's got a minute to go as well. And he's doing all the work. He's got Annihilator, so they're giving him a big power operator, putting a lot of trust into him. And so far, Kings is doing really, really well. So we've got the TAC-5 coming out now. A nice wave entrance for the other side. Double TAC-5 is popped, so TAC-5 versus TAC-5 action.
Oh, the
right
claw.
now we got Rasmo up top, and he's going to actually do the work here. Kree's going to break it with the claw, but Rasmo had an opportunity, and he's not going to get it through. But now Inferno by himself on the point. He's going to win 3 big gunfights in isolation here with the claw of his own. So far, it's looking so good. It's 25 seconds. This one might be over.
This might be over. Not enough time here to close out in P4. One last hit. Mojito through the backside. Coming from the top ropes. He's going to come down the stairs and get a clean sweep, but it's not enough to close the gap. 7 seconds left to go on that point. Finally, he's going to get shut down. The breach on the outskirts. It's Raid putting in work there. Is all about this P1 reset. 2:35 and counting. Here for the side of Kings. Can they close it out, though? Everything that we've seen so far tells us absolutely yes. Rasmo trying to get the first initial breach into the point. He's going to get some help from the teammates. Mirage Lior, you got to lock and load. You got to put yourself on the hill. Grizz, running rapid. It's KRM season as well as the Purifier is good for 2, but he's going to get shut down. Nobody on the objective. Jazz is the last hope. He's going to get shut down. Says inserts himself in the equation, and bodies are being tossed on this courtyard. And it is surely a scrappy one. But only 8 seconds left here for the Kings. Will they get a well-orchestrated rotation into this new objective? Or are we going to see the breach, the ego chow? They want it. They can lift their chops. They're tasting victory. It is Raid who's going to be able to do the job. No, it's Rasmo. 15 seconds, still plenty of time. Kree shutting them down. Bodies are being thrown left and right. Is it enough? 2 seconds left. Say is the last entry. But it's Mojito who's coming through for the backside support. Now we're going over to a P3, or P2 rather. Factories where we'll see this one close out. And ladies and gentlemen, what are these spawns? Grizz shutting down one. Jazz there, but it is Kings. On the objective? What the hell? Close it out.
Why'd you get off the point, sis? Oh, no. Okay, crime. That's life in prison. That's a felony from Says. You get off the point there. You've only got 1 second to go. You got to stand on the hill, man. Stop chasing kills. But the other thing, golly, we got to talk about this because it's so like it's frustrating, but not understanding how the spawn work. I guess it's totally appropriate in that you got to know this game is not this is not a squad spawn game. This is a system spawn game. So every hill has a system of spawns that correlate with those, and there are certain manipulations and things. If we were looking at console COD, you would have seen the side of Zidium actually get a really nice wave there. They're going to save the P1, and you would think, based on the positioning of their players on the map, that those kills that they got would punish the other team, that they would spawn cross map. It's not the case in COD Mobile, because as the kills happened, the hills changed as well. Kings actually got bailed out with 3 really close spawns that they had no business deserving, and they're gonna get the first dib on the hill. But then he got broken, and then Say stepped off of the hill. So really kind of wonky, crazy sequence there of events in the end there that happened. But Kings, nevertheless, they looked good start to finish. They won that match, and yeah, I mean this. We're gonna go into an S&D now and see. That's a 1-0 for Kings. We expected it, but Zidium definitely fought. They did well.
They did very well indeed. Now they tried to prolong it. Obviously, I was like, "Come on, man, put this away, King. Stop, just throw the bodies on the objective." We saw the bodies go there, but it's just a hell of a fight for Zidium to put up and prolong the inevitable as we head over to the search and destroy. Well, following guys, I'm not changing FOV sync for spectator client. I'm sorry, it's just not happening. Why? Because it's aesthetically pleasing for me to watch these gunfights happen with sync FOV on. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just not taking it off. I don't think there's any way that I change that unless it's bugged and it forces the game to crash, and I haven't seen that be the case. The game's just going to crash regardless. So we're not going to have that conversation. What we are going to talk about is this S&D that's abroad, and Kings did a great job in game number 1.
My S36. Your S36, man. Really,
you know what?
really
It
good.
wouldn't let me copy the class. I tried to show chat. It wasn't happening.
Got a raid S&D. Is this the map that we saw them lose to Lydia and Co?
Enigma? Yep.
Or was it a stand?
No, it was this
stand-up?
one. It was this one.
It was this one. Okay, so
Yep.
a little bit of a danger zone. I mean, we would expect that Azidium may be a little tad bit better, but I mean, you're not running around with a Brickstone on your team to absolutely open up your map, as well as a Lydia. But we got a couple pretty good substitutions, I'd say, in Kree, and perhaps another guy if he pulls out the sniper rifle. It's going to be Mirage here actually at the moment, as we're going to see Rasmo rip off Mirage. So no first blood for them, and we also have the ever notorious MK2 for the side of Inferno. He's really rocking with it.
Oh, he is rocking with it. Kree's gonna have to hit for the hills though. He's good for 1, but it's hit. 4 Angry Kings players looking to redeem themselves here on this map in particular, as this bomb's gonna go down. And it might be Zidium who just might get caught in the crossfire on this one. First bloods are in, make it 2! On the break there, Raid gonna finally be able to shut down Mirage, who was on a bit of a tear, or Jazz, who was on a bit of a tear, but Say's now left on his own. Elferno and Raid holding down the fort here in the ring site. We'll see Say slow it down now before he speeds it up. Raid's right on the outskirts. He gets the intel. The nades are going to go chucked into the laundry site. The the push is inevitable. Say's, can he win 1? Raid says, hell no. We're going into the second round. 1-0 lead in favor of Kings.
That's a tough ass to ask anybody to beat Raid and beat Inferno in a 1v2 on this map, especially when you got the range and the bomb down. But nevertheless, we're going to see that target round on offense be roughly, what is it for you? Maybe 3 rounds? Defense is definitely stronger on this map. We're going to see Grizz get a nice entry right there. And here comes a kitchen smash maybe from Grizz.
Oh, is it going to be halted though?
Go down.
Oh man, look at this. 2 players have dropped. Mojito's going to be able to pick them apart. The rotation is going to be red. Mirage, he says, you know what? If Elferno can do it, I can do it too. He's opted to pull out the MK2. Maybe it's like a family recipe or a secret, loadout here for the MK2. Here for EU, we've seen 2 players now utilize it. Mirage not on board, so I guess he hasn't really, truly unlocked the potential.
Uh-oh. Inferno. Uh-oh.
Oh, Inferno.
Nice one.
Was that a no-scope? How dare you?
Nope. No PM'd on it. But the bomb is down. 2 versus 2. There's going to go a nade. Got Kree on the backside. He's making sure nobody gets through the kitchen as he gives it up just now. But we got MK2 versus MK2 right here, just on the other side of each other. Mirage watching the entrance to that side. He surely finds him. He knows exactly where he is. He's going to catch him. And Inferno will get caught out on that as we got the sniper taking on the gun fight up top. That's Raid with the CBR. He's going to get on the bottom here, but Mirage has an angle on it. He doesn't see it. Gets on the other side, but surely maybe they know that they've completely flipped position. This is actually a little funny. We've got the Deagle putting on the work onto Raid, and that's a 1-1. So your target round, once again, it's 3 rounds. Offense is tough, especially when you're going ringside. But maybe you weaken up that ring by sending a couple strong A-side hits. See what we do. But for the time being, that's exactly what we're actually going to see. We're going to see a big A-side hit here. Only a couple lanes to deal with. In this case, you're having a little bit of a default 2-2-1 here. Jazz is the solo man on the bomb side, but we've got that window player here in Kree that he's going to go on ahead and take a nice one onto Inferno there, and the trades are going to come through very, very favorably for the side of Zidium. That's a 4 versus 2 now at Rasmo and Raid. Still two top-notch guys. We got Rasmo with the sniper rifle, see if he can get a first blood, but he doesn't know it. He's getting deep flanked right now very, very patiently by Mojito, as he's going to maybe see him in the back there. He's actually not going to, and Mojito got the eyes on, so that's the comms for the team. We're going to see the team maybe shift away from that and take the isolation on the other side. He got Raid, but Mojito will actually go on ahead and catch Rasmo. Rasmo will turn on it and not actually convert the kill, but that's 2 rounds now for Zidium on the defense.
There we go. Bouncing back after that first round where they kind of got knocked out of their socks. Obviously, it was a brute force push over to the B site, and back-to-back rounds flopping here on the A.
Look at Jazz's skin.
What's he got?
What is that? He's just like a spray paint orange. He looks like just like a very, very bright character on this map.
That's a neon
nice
purple and
two-piece
blue.
Zig. It is.
All right, wow. Nice 2-piece over in Zig right now as the hit's coming back over to the B side. This is where the success is, right? Well, Spy's got to get there first. Body shots are coming out. Jazz, I was about to say, he almost got turned on. I mean, didn't happen. Jazz shutting it down. Now the players here from the B side pre-fire, not necessarily on point. Grizz is going to read it. He's trying to make it happen. Raid there for the pinch, but it's red. Jazz going to be able to win 2, but not enough for the 3rd. Inferno. Why'd you have to spoil the man's clip? That would have been absolutely magnificent. Unfortunate. Didn't happen. 2-2. We're tied up yet again. And a bounce back round for Kings. Much needed. I mean, you saw no success on the A-side hit. And then you had Spy. This round could have gone just so south so quick. But Kings were able to manage to reel it back in. Spy does not see the player up top. Luckily enough, it's Mojito's going to get dropped. Raid is going to be able to collect the body there. And 4 players left standing on the flip side of things. They're going to have to make the traverse all the way through Laundry. But you got to get through Grizz first. Grizz putting on a clinic, the 3-piece, shutting it down. Yet again, 1 player left standing. Gets 5 players left to deal with. It's 1v5 for the clutch for the ace. Does find 1, but, I mean, there are 4 players left, and they know exactly where you're at. And look at Inferno. He's trying to put him on a t-shirt himself. He's going to be able to pick up his 4th with the MK2. The free.
Enemy has dropped the bomb. Bomb spotted.
I gotta tell you, every time I see this MK2, I legitimately think it's a troll, but it's not. Like, I gotta remind myself when we're watching Inferno and we're watching these guys play that MK2 is a staple gun in the S&D of Europe. We're gonna see Grizz again. I mean, he's confident coming off of that back 3 kills. He's running mid-map, and he's gonna actually snap onto Mirage on the Lambos. They don't know about number 5 there. That's gonna be Says right now. He's gonna get 1 and get traded off there. But now we got Kree. Opportunity here to trade it up. He's gonna have a hit marker on the side of Inferno. The bomb will go down. A little bit of coverage from Jazz. They know exactly where he is. The tack smoke in hand, but the nade up top to try to equalize onto Jazz. Still a 3 versus 2 here. He's gonna get a couple shots onto Spy. Kree will take Raid on. And now you've got the MK2 and Spy. Both sides. Isolation for both teams. A Spy, that's the important gunfight here. It has to be won. And Inferno's only 1 shot. They're going to push him. They know he's only 1. And the Deagle will do the work. That's a 2 versus 3 retake. They just kind of ran at him. Maybe
how many lives does Inferno have? How many times was you freaking 1 shot, bro?
Too many.
I swear to God, I saw Kree hit like 3 shots and all of them left him 1. 3-3, all tied up as we flip sides. It is confirmed. Inferno is indeed a cat. He's got 9. He wasted 3 in that round. Before finally biting the dust. In Search or Destroy, you only got 1 to live. Graces of gods has kept Inferno alive for too long. Wasn't enough to get the job done, though, as we're going to be at the benchmark of hitting that 3 mark on the attacking rounds. Let's see if they can close it out here on the defense. The B side push not happening here. It's all on the focus of A. 2 players sent to do God's work. And Jazz, who has opted to drop the Holger, and you got Sace, who's doubling back. They don't like what they see. And I love their cover in the trails, but they've left Jazz on an island, and he's going to get outs now as the body shots not happening from that distance, but you surely feel it in the air. It's very tense here. This matchup has led Zidium to be tied here in the search or destroy, but right now they're tucking the tails and heading for the hills. As his A-side rotation was not it. Look at Spy. He's going to go ahead and push some pressure in over to the pool site himself. Free looking for an opening. There's nobody here. Big gunfight for Says if he's able to win one. Rasmo going to be able to peel the wig back of one. Grizz just unstoppable as well as Rasmo this round. A little uncertainty goes a long way for the defense as they create a dynamic element on the A side that, hey, I don't know what they saw, but they didn't like it. And doubling back wasn't the play either. Where can you go? Nowhere is the answer, chat. Nowhere.
I mean, that's the difficulty on defense. It just feels like you get everywhere first. You get to the kitchen first. It feels like you get to the ring first, most definitely. As here comes the fast mid-stairs pinch from Grizz. He just runs right through, not a care in the world. I don't even know if he was covered by smoke. He just wasn't absolutely even seen at all. And I mean, that round lasted a cool maybe 10 seconds, as we saw. Side of King's Clan just completely run right through him. And I mean, it's difficult. Like we said, you get everywhere first. You get mid first. You get ring first. You get to the site first on A. You get to the basketball court. You really need nice utility usage for the other side to just slow down a team when they're running at you like this. But we're not actually going to get a lot of that work in here. As we got Mojito in the Zig. Taking a look at Grizz. I mean, he is just running. Hasn't stopped sprinting. He's going to catch Mojito right now on the backside. Pick him up with the Bison. And now the Swallows coming through. The entire team of Zidium completely surrounded by hungry Kings players. As here comes 2 kills now for the side of Kings. Gotta account for Rasmo, another player on the flank there, but Creed just doesn't know, and he's gonna get pinched. And that's 6-3. That's the defense. And you know, we had Zidium on that defense, and they weren't nearly as proactive as Kings.
No. Well, this is a different beast. This is a different element. This is a different team. This is Grizz doing Grizz things, and then you've got Alferno rocking the MK2. I mean, they've hit pretty much every spectrum here in the search and destroy. Kree gonna hit the first shot, open up the floodgates, but it's Grizz continuing to add mayhem now as he's gonna be good for one before he drops. And by far the most opportunity here in this search and destroy so far on the attack, it's Zidium trying to strike this A site. Inferno.
Raiden Sage just walked right by each other.
Oh my god.
They like smooched each other on the forehead as it happened, and they just didn't see. Raid'll kill him right there, but here goes Creed. He'll get 2-pieced up. That's a 2 versus 2.
Well, 38 seconds left to go. It's now or never. Hold the line if you're Zidium. Get the penetration if needed. The back shot there coming through for Rasmo. The follow-up with the shorty. Absolutely impeccable. Go ahead and cue the music. This one is done, ladies and gentlemen. 7-3. Dominant display of, we'll say affection, because we saw the kiss on the cheek there from Raid. Unfortunate for the side of Zidium.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Valentine's Day is a week away, Chad.
love.
We're already starting to feel those hearty vibes.
My lord. You know what? We're seeing Grizz play with a degree of freedom that we have not seen from him in some time. And you know that sometimes maybe a change of scenery is actually really good for you. You get to, when you play with a group of guys for so long, you really understand, of course, how they play and all of these things. But when you play with the same group of dudes, you really have to do your role, and you really have to, you know, fill the hole that you are responsible for. And maybe that's something that Grizz was you know, suffering from a little bit here, having to maybe be a part of the greater system in Animus, as opposed to now having the opportunity on a fresh team to experiment with a different role, play OBJ, to have a lot more freedom, and to see, you know, kind of what works for him and what works for them, or just able to see him just run around and absolutely be a superstar. We love to see that. How long will it last? Will it be the same come stage 3, come stage 4? Who knows? But for the time being, very entertaining, and obviously, I would imagine very, very fun to be a part of that. So, great 2-0 win for Kings. And, I mean, it was great performances all around. We saw Spy doing something unique there, something that we haven't seen yet, the S36. We saw Rasmo put up. We saw, again, the Inferno's signature MK2. And we saw as well a little bit of Raid displaying that he's a top talent, and they picked him up for a good reason.
All right.
The blueprint for beating Kings is going to be tough.
It is. Blueprint is already going to be tough as it is. I mean, that's one of the EU super teams that we saw from Roster Mania. Well, we got a super host in the desk as well with us. Deanna, talk to me. What a brutal beatdown that was in the Search of Shore. We flipped sides. Wow.
Yes,
It was
definitely.
night and day performance.
Yeah, definitely. And we started good with on the side of Zitium, right? They picked up 2 rounds on the defensive side, and I was like, okay, they trying to keep it close, you know. Maybe after what happened in the hardpoint, you know, they're gonna maybe make it a little bit closer. But after that, after we actually switched sides and we had Kings on the defensive side, it seems untouchable on the side of Zitium, right? I think they picked up just 1 round, right? And then the rounds were very fast, you know. We had like 10-20 second rounds. Kings players were all like running around. Grease, especially, he was the MVP. He did had 12 kills, managed to get important kills very fast. Also Inferno with the MK2, I actually catch him getting 2 kills, I think, from pool. It was very, very cool using a gun as MK2. I do believe it's quite hard, and he did do good. And also Spy with S36, you know. I really miss, you know, as they used to do the loadout, the troll loadouts, right? With well, not really troll loadouts, but like, you know, we used to see them using other guns that usually, right? Like S36, M16. Before it was the perk, right? Spy, I think, was using it a lot. So yeah, it was very, very nice seeing teams using something as the meta, and hopefully we're gonna see them do the same this season. But yeah, and also the hardpoint, we did started quite close, right? P1 was close, so both teams gathered some points going to P2. The transition was quite rough on the side of Zitium, but they managed to pick up some of the points, and the first set of hills actually stopped with Kings having a lead, and then in the second set of hills they actually built up on the lead, had very good spawns most of the times, and they had the kill powers on their side, right? And we did had a fast win, right? I think it was 180 to 250, and Rasmo was having the most kills. He had 38. He wasn't the MVP, but he had the most kills. So yeah, overall this was our second matchup of tonight, and we are gonna prepare for the third one, right? It's gonna be Void versus Team Typhoon. So we're gonna take a short break, and we're gonna hear a word from our sponsor, Grilla and Code Mobile. And welcome back. We did have a short break, but we are ready for the third matchup of tonight. That's gonna be Void versus Team Typhoon. And Verdict, do you have any predictions?
One of these teams are going to win. I have no idea. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Like, both of these teams are being like inserted into Mobile Mayhem after one team disbands after another. It's all too popular here in EU. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a great opportunity for both teams to grow, though, and this is a great opportunity for one of these teams, to get some points. Hell, we might even see a Game 3 here. And I know everyone is super excited about seeing that one as, building up the suspense for that fourth and final series of the night, which is going to be an absolute banger.
Oh yeah, definitely I can't wait for that. But Zim, can you go over the maps very fast?
Maps. So we're actually gonna have to get Verdict to go on ahead and look at those.
Yeah, I got you right here. It's standoff for a point, followed by a raid on search and destroy, and then we're gonna close it out. If it does go to a Game 3, it'll be a control Hacienda. I actually restarted my emulator, so we should be good to go here in a moment. But beautiful rotations, beautiful map selections. If we do get to see that Game 3, I'd be super excited to see how it plays out on Hacienda. It's a huge map, and control could be, just one of those, unfortunate game modes to see it be played on. But I'm interested to see what the strats and the tactics are on a map like that.
You know what? We need to see more Hacienda. Stop banning it in Europe. Stop banning it in North America. Start picking it. Please stop being losers. I'm calling the whole region out. All of you guys suck for not playing Hacienda. Please play Hacienda. It's a good map. It's good on every mode. Please play Hacienda. Thank you. That's the end of my rant.
And ban raid. Okay, nobody wants to see raid.
Something else. Nobody wants to see summit control. All right, we don't want to see that garbage. We don't want to see takeoff searches.
No, nobody wants
to see takeoff controls. Stop playing that garbage. Play Hacienda instead. Get used to the map would be good. And you know what? While we're at it, when the next round of voting comes out, vote for a couple new maps to come back. Maybe we get Meltdown, or maybe we get Crossroad Strikes and Hardpoint or something like that. Something fun. All right. But for the time being, we're gonna have to watch this stuff. Raid's pretty good. I like Raid.
No, it's not.
But anyway, getting into this one, it is a good series, like you said. A little bit of diversity here, but it's the first time that I'm actually going to be seeing Hacienda in any mode this season. Hopefully, it gets to a Game 3, where these are two challenger teams, right? These are two guys that made it through the bracket. Typhoon got in recently, I think, because of a disband, or one of these teams got in because of a disband. So maybe this is a matchup that we actually saw. I don't recall us watching this, but I do recall Doom. I do recall seeing Vins. I do recall seeing Typhoon. I just don't know if they played against each other. But this could definitely go Game 3 if any of them.
Yo, is Vins, his profile picture, is that your great uncle?
That is
Zim?
Vins. Yeah, we were talking about this before the broadcast. But Vins, let's just open that up real quick. He looks like the Italian, the uncle that goes to the cookout and brings nothing. But he looks like he knows a guy that knows a guy that that brings something. It's like a funny. He's got the money chain. Funny profile picture. We'll see if Vince can live up to the backpack. But it'll be a good series.
I showed everybody in chat so they were all on the same page. Deanna, would you trust this guy to bring you a drink ever?
No.
No, I wouldn't either. Yeah, he knows a guy though. He knows a guy. Come on, we in
He
here.
knows the guy.
Come on,
Yeah,
whatever.
Come on, yeah.
All the Italians are like, no, we don't do that. No.
All right,
The
let's get
actual
this.
Italians, not the New York Italians.
Yeah. Oh well, I mean,
There's a couple of them in the league, right?
I think
We
so.
gotta do like
I
a
think
we gotta do like a census and see who's from where. Or maybe
next
Wikipedia does.
mobile mayhem poll. What country are you from?
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
cool.
I'd love that. I'd love to know
Yes.
where each and every. I know based off of some like, accents, you can pretty much tell in most cases. But then we jumped in some of the VCs, and I'm like, where the hell is Creed from? And why is his voice so God sent? Like, why does he sound so delicious? Right? His comms are always crispy, bro. He's always so like full of life. I don't know, bro. Maybe that's just me. I'll just shut my pie hole.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're waiting on Maddie to download components. We're gonna go ahead and get geared up for this series. Deanna, this is gonna be the last time we say goodbye until the next series, and then we get to see the main show. So the prelims are going through. We're finally getting into the action. You always got to build the hype up before you jump into the ring with the the main event, right? This is one of those prelim fights that I could probably skip, but hey, since we're here, let's go ahead and enjoy it. Oh damn, Verdict, you're a savage. Oh man, I'm just kidding,
wow,
man.
such a good one-liner. Oh man, wow.
Oh man.
Oh, let's take a look. We got Typhoon versus Void. We got good side going over for the side of Void. A nice mid-street break here for the side of Typhoon. His first blood's going to go the way of Void. That's going to be actually 3 kills. While they're still maintaining control of the spawns, we got Typhoon spawning out, but a nice little set of kills here for Captain. He's actually got a double shotgun setup. Take a look at Rushes and Captain. We saw this in Challengers. I remember this.
Yeah, on a map like Summit, I'm totally down for it, right? Totally down for it. On a map like this, oh my god, what was that?
It's doing work.
The range, she's doing the thing. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, it's the doof coming through. Maybe it's a little bit of a spectator glitch, but I didn't even see him fire, and he just absolutely causing pain and devastation right now. It's Goat. Not too much of a goat right there on the P1 site now as we see Rushes. He's that guy right now. Vens, your creepy uncle trying to slip something in your drink. Wrong. He's going to go ahead and slip him the Holger. Make it good for 2. 5 kills in the feed for him. Make it 4 combo. The rotations over the new. Well, they are going to go ahead and get those locked down too. So last little bit of scrap time in favor of the team in yellow. Void trying to fill that void. Not being able to make the scene here in the initial qualifiers. Well, guess what? We got a spot for you anytime there's a dropout. We get some of these teams that showed passion. This happened to be one of them.
Yeah, it's a good go, but the first P1, it was actually pretty interesting. Now we're actually seeing a different kind of weapon composition, something a little bit of a mix-up for our marquee matchup of the night. A good time going in the way. I'm actually out of the connect here, so emulator just crashed. We can take over for a little bit.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be Captain and my Captain going to be able to hold down the point. Not for long, though. It's a swarm of yellow in the feed and a swarm of yellow on the hill. Wall bangable spot, Maddie? I think it is. Oh, does get the information. Doom's good for the cleanup. The break here is going to stick, and the retake absolutely uncanny. It is going to be Void. Run of the way with a lead after the P2 factory site re-break. The hold off on the transition. Yuke's trying to make something happen. Yuke has left Ice Mont and been picked up here for this roster. Love the Typhoons getting a second shot at life. Don't love to see that Ice Mont team take any more L's than they needed to. The team definitely shows a little bit of promise for maybe a future opportunity. But right now, the opportunity here for the P3 site is big. And only 2 players left to defend the site. They've got to go big. Yuke filling the role for right now. But it's Captain up top, and bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is not. Why is he holding this lane with a shotgun? Why is this happening?
That's true. Maybe you don't want to be picking up the alley, but this is exactly what you want. You want that doorway with that shotgun there as Captain. It's gonna only get 1, not quite both of them, but the hill will still be in the favor of Team Typhoon. We've got another shotgun to go there. Rushes in the bottom blue, and that's going to be a tough ask for anybody to entry here, as we have Captain on the outside here slaying out with the R9 as well. He's only got 5 kills. But he's in a nice position here to get a couple cutoffs here. Not going to quite get it, as Doom is going to get pretty free time here. Somebody's going to get knocked off there. He's going to get this 20 seconds of scrap, and we're actually going to see Typhoon on this rotation here. The shotguns are running fast and furious. We're going to get the shotgun up top here from Captain. Also a really nice position for that Purifier. See if it gets pulled out right here. Captain's having a little maybe ghost touch issue. He's going to slide in, get a nice kill there onto the side of Goat. And Team Typhoon's in the nice lead for the transition here. Not quite the lead for the scoreboard. Oh, we've got that Gravity Vortex gun coming out. He's got 3 guys. Gate kept on the other side. He's going to get a nice 2-piece here as the Claw's going to come out on the other side of the map. Nice little pinch there, but the Claw's now isolated in a really tough position here. Both sides getting pinched. Before to deal with on the boxes as your team is coming through and dealing with the isolation gunfight. Luscious has that shotgun, making really tough work for anybody that wants to come through that doorway. And Captain will finally pull out the Purifier. Nice 35 seconds to go here. He's in a really nice position here to get a nice kill here. Tac 5 is going to come through, but the Purifier will make work of it. He's still got a little bit of juice left in that, but he'll get taken down. And we've got Rushes left with the shotgun. This pinch is going to be important for side of Go, but the Tac 5 entry will go well for the side of Typhoon. Good time for Typhoon. They came back into the game. They're up.
Yeah. Right now it's a pretty much a copy pasta of what we saw in map number 1 of that King. Was it the King series that started? No, Kings was. It was okay.
It
King.
was the Ducks.
The Ducks. That's right. It was like 112 to like 97 or something like it. It's a close game. Right now we got a close one too. 10 points separating the two. Is P1 reset coming through. On it is going to be Captain, looking to anchor the ship into some hardpoint hill time. The Doofs are out here to play. This isn't Warzone Season 1, ladies and gentlemen, but we are here for all the smoke. Gravity Vortex is going to get popped. It's good for 1. Maddie's there for the break, but he's going to get an absolute haymaker to the face. No, he's not. He's out, so it does look like he's going to be able to stay alive. I was watching somebody else, and fortunately, they got a haymaker. Nonetheless, hill time is going to be collected. It's not going to be ending up with anybody with too much of a lead. 28 seconds left to go. And so far, so good. We got a pretty clean, even matchup, minus the Doofs out and about. I think this one's been a pretty eventful one. Oh, who am I kidding? This one's actually been a great one, even with the Doofs. Maddie with the Holger from the top is going to be able to hop down, but it's not too long. The early setup over to P2. Not necessarily favoring anybody. What I would say is there's 2 players in secret as they make their way into the factory site. They've got the clear advantage with the spawns. Not all the way there just yet.
We've got a really diverse weapon pool as well. I mean, if we're looking on the other side, we got 2 R9s. Of course, we've been highlighting that all game, but we also have an HVK, a really powerful weapon when you're shooting at the torso. There's some nice multipliers there for headshots as well. And then on the other side, we got 3 Holgers. Maybe not all the diversity in the world, but 3 on this map. Definitely something we haven't seen quite yet as the Predator missile is going to come through from Bam. He's going to get 1, I believe, and the time is still going for Void. It's been a surprisingly close game, but if we open up the scoreboard, the kills would suggest perhaps like in line with that of Ducks. I mean, 18-15, full positive for the other side here of Void. They're absolutely fragging out. They've got a little bit of a lead to show for it, but not too much. Shows you that Typhoon is actually doing really well objectively, blocking time, getting scrap time, keeping the game close. As you got Rushes up top there with a shotgun, he'll make work of that and try to potentially block up these last 13 seconds of scrap time, but he'll go for the challenge and fall, gifting over 15 seconds to the side of Void. But it's okay, because you die and you spawn a little bit closer to your team. Cross map already set up on that blue here. Here comes the Tac 5 wave for the side of Void to potentially break it. See if they get Tac 5 of their own, but we got the shotgun on the bottom. Nice collapse here for Void. They're going to kill 2. The Annihilator is going to come through. Doom is going to go down with that. And now it's just Mojins there with 3 kills potentially lined up for him in the hill. But the Vortex will come through as well. And this is a very scrappy blue hill. Not quite clear who's going to come out on top here, but Mojins is going to get that Tac 5 off and help his teammate in the hill get a couple of these kills. Maddie will clean it up, and that Tac 5 wave fails, and we see Void stabilizing the hill.
Void stabilizing the hill. They're trying to tuck this one away nice and tight. Let's go ahead and tuck ourselves in for a first little listen, and we're going to go ahead and jump in with Void to see if they can fill the holes in our heart.
Ultima push.
One inside. Broken. I'm holding farm.
Granny. Farm.
Granny. Broken. Blue one.
Arrivo box. Non morire. Tiro gravity farm.
Ok, broken.
Farm da pacchi.
Broken, uno sta qua.
Ho tirato gravity. Uno che va da top.
Farm. Uno farm, due farm, tu mi dietro.
Occhio!
Matti.
dentro da boxes.
Well, Zim, I gotta say, I think the description was spot on. I don't know if he can hear me. I don't think he's back. They did not sound like your typical EU crowd. I'm gonna go be honest with you. Those were decent listen-ins.
Sounds like a good team. Who was that? That was Void, right?
Yeah, that was Void. I'm gonna go on a limb and say, did they sound Italian?
They did. Yeah.
They did.
I was gonna say that.
It's me.
It's Vinny
I'm
going,
terrible.
Vinny
Oh,
going
God.
big on the comms there, but they're in the lead right now. They're maybe not filling the void of the game, but casting with you, Verdict, is giving me a little bit of those butterflies inside. But we'll take it,
right?
and we'll look at after the game as we have Typhoon actually coming back up into the lead here. The double shotgun setup maybe not causing the devastation that they're looking for, but forcing Void to play to their pace as we got the double TAC 5 waves coming out. The TAC will respond to the TAC. We've got the HVK shooting down beams onto the statue here as we have the collapse on the other side. 3 players for Typhoon on that hill, and here comes the Claw out in the middle of the street. That's going to be rushes. He's going to get killed crossing, but we've got Yuke in a really nice position to kill anybody coming across his screen here as we're going to have Goat jumping across. And another player up from up from up top. He's going to kill that player as well in the deli. And a little bit of a split spawn here, but Typhoon's slaying out really, really well. We still got 35 seconds left to go on the P1, and it could end here.
It could end here. 20 seconds left to go. Got a Rochambeau over to P1 courtyard. Spam. You can't be there spamming the Holger for too long, homie. You got to hop the hill. This one is surely going to end if nobody can get there to contest. And I'm not saying, hey, bro, you've got to throw your body on the hill, but you got to throw your body on the hill. Maddie gets the idea. Is going to be able to get one, but it's not going to be enough. The Predator missile. No trophy can put in work to close that one down. It is going to be the break that finally stops the bleeding, but is it going to be enough? It's all about the transition. Doom going to be caught out on the opposite side of the street. Magin's going to be caught out on the transition up top. It is 3 bodies versus 5. Players holding, players dropping. Uke gets one, but he's dropped. Annihilator's gone south. And it looks like the side of Void might be able to hold this pressure off for a little bit longer.
If we had an epic music soundtrack in the background that we could just cue, we would be saying to do that right now, as we've got a whole bunch of kills going on for the side of Void. They're holding the time and not a lot of margin for error, but there it goes. The entire wave is going to get cleaned out for Typhoon, and just as we say it, it will fall apart in the last second. Just 1 second left, but just a little too far. And you know what? Do you have a what's it called? One of those god dang. The scene things, the change things, the sound.
Oh, the soundboard? No, I wish. Oh,
we need to get a soundboard.
Yeah.
For Europe when we cast, and we have to have like a button that like starts epic music, and then we got to do it in OBS so that when a team is coming back, we have the overarching
comeback,
over the mountains like comeback music.
I've got a Stream Deck that would work perfectly with that, because that's what I cue like all my music on. But I don't have anything that's non-copyrighted that would be perfect for it. It's so hard to find like good non-copyright music.
We can just look up generic like epic music on YouTube, and we can just cue that whenever a team is in a really close game. But that was a great game from Typhoon. They got the wave when they needed it through the double shotgun setup. It looked like paying off in the end there. And although they didn't themselves get all of the effect that they wanted, particularly numbers wise from rushes and captain, it really did force, like I said earlier in that game, them to play at their pace and really punish the side of Void for running into doorways without proper utility clearance, or maybe TAC 5, or maybe operators and things like this. So a unique angle from the side of Typhoon. But on the other side, when you're going into comms and you have a team that sounds as good as they did, I mean, they sounded better than, quite honestly, a couple pro teams that we watch in North America, and most certainly we got to see the example in Ducks earlier. A lot more talent, a lot less in the comms, and these guys showing that they're here and they're determined and they want to win. You need that if you're coming up in Europe.
You're absolutely right. We'll have to put the checklist together of what we need for EU casting from now on. Honestly, the list continues to grow and grow. Obviously, we've had a few teams drop, but teams that we've added in show a lot of character, we'll say. What I will say also is I was just kind of disgusted after seeing P1 just absolutely dominated by Typhoon. They were basically gifted that game. Basically gifted it. I mean, how do you put up a hell of a fight all the way up into, a P1 reset a third time around, and then you give up 40 points almost? on a P1 where nobody could get on the... You telling me not one person can get on the hill? Not one person. Not one person can shut down one of those shotgunners. Two of those shotgunners. Nobody.
It's tough when you're dealing with one, but I mean when you're dealing with two, it's a whole different kind of approach and anxiety when you're trying to entry a hill. So maybe that's actually something that's unique, that's like characteristic of them. We always say when we have teams coming up, you are not going to beat the best teams in the world doing what the best teams in the world do. You have to have something special, something kind of characteristic of you that makes teams when they see you on the schedule, they're like, okay, we're playing against Typhoon, we're going to have to deal with this, or we're going to have to deal with this. We saw a lot of that with SKS, where maybe a team had a great SKS and you knew that you had to maybe come off of your excellent strategy if you didn't have an SKS and say, hey, we're playing against Space, we have to match this, or maybe we're playing against Lucasin in Brazil, we have to match this. But now with the SKS being banned, teams are going to have to dig a little bit into the bag and see what's unique for them. And the shotgun setup looks quite good, so for the time being, it's interesting, and it may get them points in the long run.
All right, well, it's managed to put them up 5 points so far.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if anything, you're making your debut against this Void roster.
Notable.
And giving them a hell of a run so far. I mean, if I'm being honest with you, that first game looked like through and through Void had that one nice, proper set. Everything just looked good. The transitions, the breaks, the holds. Then we got to that P1 reset a third time around, and then it was like, well, we can't fight two shotgunners, right? We can't do it. It's all is lost. A little bit of a conservative approach here. Oh, baby, peeling the wigs back there. Majin going to be able to open up with first blood. And to be honest with you, Spawn looked like he had the right angle, just couldn't pull the trigger.
Now, the last time I remember watching Captain play offensively, and we're on defense right now, but I believe he was their bomb carrier, and the last time we watched them play in Challengers, we noted over and over again that Captain, he was their bomb carrier, and he was religiously putting the bomb in terrible compromising positions. So I'll actually go on ahead and pay attention to that when it switches the board, but for the time being, First Blood did go over for Mojins, but they've equalized it. Now they're in the 3 versus 4 situation. Mojins will see somebody in the driveway, but the bomb will get wrapped. So we still have an approach here in the Zig area. The sniper locking down that ring. A little bit of a repositioning coming out from K's, but double sniper setup in the middle here. Maybe Yuke could be in a little bit of a better position, but the driveway is going to come through fast. He's actually going to get a collat hit marker. He'll kill one, but not get the second one. That sucks. And his teammate will get equalized to 1 versus 2 position now for Goat and Doom. The potential to put down the bomb, and K's by himself.
Yeah, K's by himself. 25 going to be pushed back up to 45 now as pressure's on. K's, you got anything in the tank? Anything special that can make something happen here? Well, you got Doom and Goat to take down. Goat's already hopped it to hit the road for a little bit of a retreat. Surely love the positioning. This is a notorious spot for EU. I've seen it done several times this season. Doom doesn't see it coming. Is going to give the bag away for free. Kays gets the flick, the final finish up. And you got to go back to where Doom was not peeking that angle. Granted, the intel, there's nobody there in Laundry, right? And the intel is like, hey, we got to continue to watch Laundry. Wrong. That rotation, K's pulling out magical stunts here in the first round and a 1-0 lead in favor of Typhoon. Even my dogs are going crazy, bro. Can you hear them?
I can, and I know just from watching these situations, 1v1, 2v1, whatever it is, that you, in particular, dislike the plant the bomb and go back into the red, particularly because you get no eyes on it and you leave your players in really compromising positions if they're able to retake that site. But we got Typhoon here, dealing with the full-on pull push. So we're actually going to have 3. That's Captain. He's going to make his way through the smoke and try to make some cheeky plays. He'll only get 1 here, but now the bomb will surely go down, and we've got Yuke up top with the sniper rifle in a potential position to shoot a couple feet here. He's going to miss the shot, and the bomb will get off as Doom gets a nice kill onto Rushes. That'll be one of the snipers. Another kill onto K's, and now it's a 1 versus 4 position, rather. Yuke has the sniper in his hand. 1 versus 4 again. Bomb is down, 25 seconds left to go, -5 for the defuse. So you've only got 20 seconds left to work to potentially get a couple of these kills. You really got to ask yourself in this spot. No overtimes or anything like these are dependent on kills. If you're really trying to win every single round that you're in, you really got to pick up that pace.
Yeah.
Try to find a couple more kills. It looks like we far too often we see guys in these situations, and it looks like they're saving their gun for the next round or something like that.
Yeah, this isn't CDL. This isn't.
It's CS:GO.
Yeah, this
or
isn't
Valorant or anything
CS:GO.
like
This
that.
isn't any of that. Yeah, you got to lock and load, or you got to make something happen, or you're gonna flop. I mean, don't waste time doing it. Don't waste our time. Don't waste the viewers' time. Don't waste your time. Right now, time's not a wasting. Shots are coming through. Yuke is finally picking up the slack there as he picks up the second. Captain shut down Maddie. Did he get dumpstered, bro? I was watching.
He missed the pump, and then the second one
boy.
just hit point blank, didn't kill, and he was like completely hidden in the smoke too. So he just
look at the rat from rushes.
Yeah,
he could go 2, maybe 1. Where's the second? Oh, he's okay.
Got the sniper.
Oh,
he doesn't see it, but on the top there, Yuke's gonna kill Maddie. Now the bomb's in a really interesting position here because they're gonna get a kill. Doom onto Mojins on the backside, but the bomb's not going down still. It looks like Bam is still very conscious of the fact that they may be getting pinched, but here goes Yuke. He's going to lose the isolation, high ground head glitch, gunfight to Bam. That's actually pretty bad. You got the CBR, that's a superior weapon as well, and now we're in a 1 versus 1 with Bam and Rushes, the deep pincher. 2 kills for each of these guys, kills in the round for each player. And the bomb is going to go down, so you're going to have the advantage. We'll see if he actually takes this bomb plant. It goes red. No, he'll opt to take an angle in which he'll actually potentially be able to see the bomb if Rush challenges his
free.
challenge. He's going to clean him up right there, and that's a good round.
That's a great round. I love the read. I mean, the last intel is like, hey, this guy's like mid-pool area, right? Surely he knows the call out for this player that was last left alive, which is me, who got the bomb plant down, was, hey, I was going like towards that top staircase. So maybe he's going to be on the trail of me after this bomb plant goes down. And surely enough, that's what's happened. So reads were there. Bam playing it to a T. Back-to-back rounds here for the side of Void. Now is they're starting to feel a little salty after the hardpoint victory, or loss, actually. A victory for Typhoon as they celebrated the 250. It was, I mean, pretty much a gifted P1. 33 points. Right now, it's a little bit of uncertainty on which angle we want to push. We want to play for the kills first. Captain, this is, COD timing of COD timing. Maddie's going to get laced. No, he's half health. And that's one of those feels bad moments, because if Captain would have just continued to hold that door for him and had a little bit more faith in his teammates watching the mid lane, or the driveway, he would have got that one for free.
He's in position.
There's
absolutely no reason to come back to that window, so maybe a little bit of just an awareness issue, as maybe a little bit of a skill issue too. As Rush kills the guy on the bottom of the car. And that's a tough position for your shotgun to be in. I mean, really nice spot he was in, looking down that staircase and just flop on the burst. But nevertheless, the kills will get equalized here. We've got Yuke in a really nice position now here. Look, he's going to be the point man here as we have Mojins in the middle of the map. Surely he will respond to gunfire as it happens when Yuke takes the entrance engagement here. Maybe Mojins himself will actually take the entrance engagement. It all depends on what Doom is going to do right now on this middle map, as he'll peek up and potentially see Mojins here. He'll take it and he'll win it. And now Yuke is in a position where he knows exactly where the other team is. The entry is going to happen to him on the bar, but he's going to get taken out. And now Kaze is left in a 2 versus 4 position with his teammate in isolation cross map. He's left in the window, but Doom won't check it. He'll see everybody cross, and that's perfect information for Rushes to potentially make a play here. You know, when you're in that 4 versus 2 situation and the bomb is going down on that basketball court, almost always, if one of the snipers is alive, they'll be in the modern, and sure as day, that's GOAT. Bam will kill Kaze, and now it's just Rushes alone. We'll see if he plays up to pace or if he saves again. That'll be GOAT punishing him for taking that stairs flank, and that's a 3-1 advantage for the side of Void.
There we go, Void stepping it up here to search and destroy. 3 rounds in a row, they have tossed this Typhoon roster into the blender. I've got to say, the reads are on point. Everything is going their way. They take a player disadvantage. They make up for it. They get that bomb plant down. They're executing the strategy to a T. It's a big hit over towards the A side. Vinz is leading the pack as well. Is Maddie looking for those opening frags. Yuke able to win one out in the middle of the court. Doom gonna get one-shotted. Bro, how many DLQs do we have that one-shot now, or leave somebody one-shot? I feel like I've watched more hit markers than I've seen anything. Captain there for the sweep, and Rushes there for the 2-piece. And just like that, an aggressive push, shut down. Typhoon back on the board with another point, but I mean, you're looking at it from the grand scheme that you said, the the benchmark is like 3 rounds. The attack's already done that, right?
They've hit it, yeah. And that's the great thing, is that you deal with the defense, and you're playing against a team that just beats you on the hard points. So you really need to make sure that the search, you're coming out, and you're getting these early rounds on offense. You've got 3 of them already. That's the target. And then you get to win this last round. Here's your bonus round. You are Void, and then you go on to the defense, and you now will end up having the advantage. As we see, Rush is just not able to convert onto the kill. There mid-stairs onto Doom, but Vins, he may not bring any food to the cookout, but he's bringing frags in the round, and we've got Doom in the middle of the map now. Engagement here with Case. He's always seeming to be in this position, but Case has no idea that Doom is just lurking right below in the depths of the rock. We've got the bomb transitioning. The information surely will come from Case that he's in the window, and then we'll see Doom look to hop up and try to equalize it. There it goes. Right there, as Typhoon is not really in a position where they can respond to this if Void does it quickly. But Mojins will actually transition the sniper from that high laundry position, and now the compromise has happened. The bomb is not by any means in a spot where it can go down for free, as we have Case just looking over.
Doom, so well played.
And now we'll take a really important kill on the backside. This is going to be Captain versus Goat, the sniper versus the shotgun. The timing will come into effect, but Captain will actually get the kill with the sniper rifle. And now it's isolation. Bomb site gunfight for Doom. He'll win it, and he'll know 100% without the shadow of a doubt that the guy that he has to deal with on the map is on the flank, and it's a 1 versus 1.
Good for you, Captain. He says, to hell with that shotgun, I want the heat stroke. Bring me all the smoke, bring me all the fire. Captain's making the reads, but it's Doom who's getting the first shots in. It's good enough to clear off the bomb site now. 10 seconds left to go. The nade's going to get chucked here for Captain. No, it's a smoke. Master of the Snakes, will he be able to slither his way into a kill? Oh, the heady play to a T, ladies and gentlemen. The clutch here for Captain. It's oh so beautiful. And with plenty of time to spare. Don't need to worry about dead silence to, recoup. This isn't CDL again. We've talked about this before, Verdict. I played too much mosh pit here recently, and I'm like, hold on, does he actually get to defuse it? Yeah, don't defuse. Yeah, let me regen real quick. I've already popped it. Yeah, let me get my daddy. Come on.
Luckily not. How do you think that would go if dead silence was not a perk and it was actually an operator?
We would just be 5v5 crab walking.
I don't know, because you ask a lot. You should ask a lot of pro players. You'd be surprised at how many of them tell you that they don't sound.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
And then that ends up being crazy. But Captain disconnected a little bit. He's gonna come back. Luckily, all of our players are actually recording their matches. Gotta get the hackers out of the league, but nobody's accusing these guys of hacking. We got these guys good to go. Everybody's recording the matches. It's 5 versus 3 now. Uke and Mojins will actually go down. We got the snipers doing the work on the other side. That's Bam. Nice perk setup. We got Maddie holding down that ring with him, so the sniper can cleanly look over the middle of the map without being worried at all about any funny business happening. We got Goat in a really nice central position. That mid, that window, and 5 versus 3. They're taking their time. We're looking for a first blood. Keep an eye on Rushes. He's the sniper. See if he can open it up. So here comes the mid. An engagement soon between Rushes and perhaps Bam on the top ring could happen, but we're gonna have a mid hit from Typhoon. It looks like they're maybe gonna try to clear out Go from this kitchen position, as they will get it. Now a little bit of space here for Typhoon to work with.
Yep, there goes the smoke. It's gonna clear Vince's point of view. The nade shot though through the smoke is gonna be good for 1. Doom gonna be able to find the other. Rushes is now all on his own. He's already taking shots from Vince, who's holding down the A site. Maddie there for the crossfire. See where you're going. You're running from one demon to another, and this time around, it's Maddie who is able to shut this one down. So, first round on the attack there for the side of Typhoon. Unfruitful. Very unfruitful. As a matter of fact, when it looked like it was going to get promising, even through the smoke, Void able to sneak it out. Goat opens up with the first blood, and this is round after round. We've seen it. Bodies dropping for the side of Typhoon. Can they bounce back? Captain looking to get in the ring, put some gloves on as well as the shotty. Nade's going to be tossed, so is the... Or that wasn't a nade, that was a smoke, homie. That was poorly played. I've got to be honest with you. The concussion could not have hit at the right time. Rush is now forced back. Bomb is down on the B site, and there's 4 angry players for Void looking to... Cheeks, homie. Go ahead and head for the hills. Can't even make it through their driveway. Uke's the last hope, and he is in no man's land. 1v4 here for the clutch.
What do you reckon is the difference between these two teams, pacing-wise, offensively, that led Void to actually get a couple rounds offensively, versus what we're seeing right now from Typhoon, just not really able to figure out how to get these kills and bombs down?
I don't know, man. I just think the gunnies aren't there. They weren't there in the hard point to begin with. It took them a minute, and Search and Destroy, they've kind of got a little bit of a lack of awareness going, right? I mean, they're getting first blooded off the rip. Goat's hitting consistent shots. I think if you maintain a 5-player stack for the first 10 seconds, you might stand a chance. We'll see if this round, you know, is that one as we see the A-side push coming through. Looks like it's a little deviation from the pack. Mashin's going to be able to open up the first blood of his own. And Yuke's going to be able to rally off of that one. So they've cleared the kitchen site. They've cleared off partial points of A. Rushes going to be able to add some fuel to the fire for another spam. There's going to be a drop. Vins holding down the fort with the potato salad on the outskirts. Oh my god, the corner held. The read's red. Vins looking for the 1v4 here. Can he make it happen? A minute 20 on the clock. Bomb is in the hands of Typhoon. If you're pushing this is a Madman Eagle challenge. And I'll respect you if you take it.
For the side of Typhoon, got a 4 versus 1 situation there. Your first 2 teammates die, and the other guys, they want no business of Vins there. They're going to take that bomb and wrap it cross map. They're not trying to get world started. You know what? I respect the efficient decision. Let's just go cross map. We know where he is. Let's put the bomb down. We'll take a man advantage and try to get away from this round. But again, see a 1 versus 2 now situation here again in Europe and just crawling on the map. We gotta get into a spot where we're -5. You've got 15 seconds left on the clock to potentially find 2 kills. You just don't have the time. You gotta go. Now you're at 10. You just wasted all of this time. Army crawling across the map. We're not saving guns.
Yeah, we're not gonna get those 10 seconds back of our life.
We gotta get going on the
No,
1v2s, but
yeah.
But it's not gonna go for Vins.
Look, sometimes you just gotta you gotta have that killer instinct in your mind, right? Either you're gonna clutch or you're not. All right, this is not a 1v4. You don't need to be snaking it. You don't need to be crabbing it. You need to be like hitting this one head on, right? You didn't get any info off of the rotation, and that's the biggest L. Right now, the biggest L is Void coming through with 2 off the rip. They didn't get first blooded last round, and that's something I'll just continue to say. If you can maintain 5 players throughout the first 10 seconds of these rounds, you stand a fighting chance. Obviously, that's not the case here. We're 30 seconds in, and you're down by 3. Only down by 1 in the round count now is you going to get some intel. He's going to eat some shots. 1 demon to another yet again. Maddie there for the cleanup.
Okay.
That happened, didn't it?
Okay.
Bro.
Doesn't happen. 2 kills for
Okay.
2 kills for Captain. It didn't happen. That's 6-4, and we're at match point. But you know, it helps if you're Void and your opponent is just doing the same exact thing over and over again. It looks like they had success a little bit, I suppose, with that mid hit, and then they went right back to it. Easy prediction for the side of Void, and they dealt with it very, very pristinely. Double smoke's gonna come out, an aggressive pull hit with the backside protection from Mojins as we're gonna get the entrance gunfight here. It's gonna be Captain. Also important here with the shotgun. We also gotta get that bomb down. We're actually in a position here where the bomb is not able to go down immediately. Instead of him focusing on using the entry frag to get the bomb down, he's actually continuing to look for kills on the initial hit. Maybe if somebody else had the bomb and he was the guy just kind of flying at you, that would make sense. But just the aggressive nature of Captain, having to be the first guy in, maybe compromising them a little bit timing wise. But we're gonna have a little bit of an interesting position here, standoff, so to speak. We've got the crossbow in hand from Captain. Gotta scratch the head a little bit there, but he's got it nonetheless. And an important player here, Bam, in the window. Goat will get a nice kill onto Captain, and that's the big critique, I think, for him in Search in particular. Aside from the bomb site, or aside from him getting first blooded and leaving the bomb in a tough spot, especially post-plant, you really got to make sure that you're not the guy. As we're going to see Bam get a nice kill onto Yuke through the wall into the bar, and that's going to be it. That's going to be the round win for Void, and they will take this one, and we'll actually be going to a control. But yeah, going back to Captain, I think that would be the big critique from him. Your first blood percentage needs to be high, obviously, if you're just running balls at people with the shotgun. You need to get the bomb down since you are the bomb carrier. You need to not put the bomb in a bad position if you die for first blood. So you need to make sure that you yourself are setting your team up for success. And then when the bomb goes down and you're, you know, a benefactor of that, if you're alive, you can't get first blooded. You've got a shotgun. He kind of puts himself in a spot where he's gonna get sniped top. Why is the shotgun peeking the top? And he's gonna go down, and that's gonna cost them the round and the map. But I'd go back and I'd even say that maybe Captain shouldn't be the bomb carrier for them. He's pacing really well. He's getting up, but you know, there's no trouble. Like just give the bomb to somebody else, and then you're free, and you can kind of open up the floor so that if you make a play, great, we can use it. If you don't make a play, all right, the rest of the round doesn't have to suffer the consequences because of that.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, Search and Destroy down in the books. The prelims going the distance here. 7-4 win for Void as we're going to get geared up for our third and final of this series before we get to the main event. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you're looking for 117 Anonymous. They have yet to touch the ring, so we'll get them a little bit of time to warm up as well as get this show onto the road. I'm going to go ahead and restart my emulator before this control game starts, so don't start it, admins, if you hear me. I'm still here. Just give me a moment to, you know, revitalize the life in my game loop. Obviously, it's, you know, had its blunders. It's had its, you know, defects at times, but it's gotten better. I can, you know, predict it a little bit better. What I can't predict is this series. Should have been a hardpoint win for Void to start it off, but it was the resilience that came through the side of Typhoon. Able to put up 5 points apiece for both after that Search and Destroy victory, though. Who's going to be the one who's taking home the majority of this cake? This is about as, I wouldn't say easy of a matchup. This is about as good as it's going to get for these two teams. I'm going to be honest with you. If you look at their season ahead, you're not going to have talent. Yeah, it's an uphill battle. And right now, you're struggling to get this series out. If you're one of these two teams, got to be sitting here thinking like, man, maybe we should have pulled the trigger in game one, or wow, we should have done something different in Search and Destroy. Don't let Captain carry the bomb. To be fair, I don't know if he was the bomb carrier. I think maybe.
Which I think is fair.
Yeah.
Which I think is very fair. We saw him all through challengers. Captain was the bomb carrier, and in this one as well, he was again the bomb carrier. I mean, there's no shame in it. You gotta give yourself the opportunity to, you know, freely make plays, also without the constraint of like the pressure of if you die and the bomb is in a bad spot, my team has to deal with that, and that's. And you know, it ended up putting him in a position where a lot of these times on a map like Raid, it's tough to work with a shotgun, but he insists on doing it. He was able to get a couple entry frags, but because he's positioning himself for pace to get an entry frag, it doesn't necessarily put him in a spot where he can transition that directly into a bomb plant on time, and that's kind of what's hindering him a little bit. But we're going into a Hacienda control. Very unique map, haven't seen it very often. But characteristically, this map, it can be oppressive, the likes of which perhaps is comparable to a takeoff for the offense. However, what we will say about this, although it is a big map and the points are you know, defensively, I guess, oriented, this is a map where if you have great team coordination, because of the spacing between the point and the spawn for both teams, a great coordinated, patient team can really make lots of work happen on this offensive side. So we'll have to see if this is what Typhoon is going to be able to bring to the table. But most definitely, if you're not practiced on this map, you get positions like this where Bam's already in your spawn and you've kind of held not many of the angles that will punish this. Yeah, it looks like, as I'm saying that, we got two guys on the other side in spawn trap positions in Uke and Mojins.
Is this what we've resorted, like, control to be? Like, you're on the attack, we're not playing the objective, we're just literally, hey, spawn trap, spawn trap, spawn trap. I mean, control in other platforms, a little bit more eventful, a little bit more strategy, and a little bit more counter your kills and less of, hey, let's just go ahead and put our foot on the opponent's throat before we can even put the pedal to the metal on the objective, right? I mean, I'm not nitpicking. Obviously, I'm here for all the action, but it's very anticlimactic. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean a little bit, but you know, this is kind of the consequence of like an underdeveloped.
True, very true.
Like control game mode, and also an underdeveloped region in the sense that if you have a collection of people who say this is what control is, then you can't blame people for playing the meta. If there was more of a like a direct approach into treating control the likes of which you would treat a search, and with like you really developing strategy and really developing these things, and it would be very, very difficult for teams to consistently just win based on spawn trapping, because all the teams would be pushing each other to learn how to play these maps. Unfortunately, we get to a map like Hacienda where not a lot of people play it as it is. It's banned 90% of the time, 99% of the time. It's like, you don't play it. Control already is just a spawn trap thing. You can spawn trap on this map, so this is the default for people who don't know any better on how to approach these maps. And you're kind of left with this. But nevertheless, right now we're actually, as we're saying this, in a spot where B is going to get capped. And offensively, Typhoon, under our noses, pretty much sat on point the entire time and captured and won an offensive round, not spawn trapping.
Okay, all right, there we go. Get the kills, count them, and then double back for the objective time. That's the name of the game here in Hacienda. I don't think I've ever seen an attacking win where both points were captured basically at the same time on any map.
I haven't seen it here.
I haven't seen it here, especially not on this map. As a matter of fact, I think we struggle to get 1 point captured for the most part. What a way to throw the curveball. Typhoon coming out swinging.
Look at the defense. They just completely ran by the entirety of Void, said we don't give a shit. And now it's K's in the spawn, already in a very, very oppressing position. And this is the spawn trap right here. You just get behind the Lambo and you just win some gunnies. Maybe you even get the Vortex gun and you just drop it there and it sucks people in. There it goes. There's the Vortex. He's going to get ripped off, but now there's another player. Surely you don't account for the second person as he gets onto the Lambo truck now.
Oh, this is
He's
disgraceful.
looking, and luckily the back spawn is going to happen for Bam where he'll be able to capture that, but I mean, this is what the goal is. And, you know, it's difficult to argue against it. If you have not a very great understanding on how to, like I said, work the ins and out of offense on this map, patience-wise, pace-wise, like choke point-wise, if the other team is just going to give you free runs like Mojin into the spawn, take it.
Well, you're absolutely right. So far, so good here on the A side. Time is 45 seconds left. Mejin going to be able to find the freebie right there as he's made his way over to the limo where he will not be picking up anybody for Uber lifts or lifts. He is looking for them. He's looking for them bodies. He's going to be able to find 2 before he's finally set to sail. And Doom, now the last player alive, is the team's going to get the fresh respawn. He has been hit. B's the last objective, but you only have 12 players left alive. And so far, so good for the defense now as they're holding the line here onto the well site as well as the bottom of the ballroom. Is that ballroom? What do you call that? Is that main?
Lobby. I call it
lobby. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, somebody's having a ball. It's just not in that room, obviously. That's a lobby.
It is. No Valentine's Day dates in the ballroom for the side of Void, but they're gonna get a couple nice kills there. There goes the Annihilator opening it up, but you've got 6 to 10. You're by yourself now. Doom's in isolation. He's not gonna wait for his team at all. And this is the tough part about capping 1 point and then having to go cross map it a little bit deeper into the side of the defensive spawn and have to capture B. This gate, this well area, very, very, very tight choke point. Difficult to jam an entire team through, so you really have to work in it. We'll make sure that your kills are pristine, as we're going to see K's win a nice gunfight there and take a sprint into the spawn. Now there's not enough lives left for the other team to respawn, so we're going to see the flank lane come out. That's going to be Bam in the kitchen area as we have Doom up top in the balcony area. Going to get a nice kill onto Captain as well, and now it's just Doom versus 5. 8 seconds left. Eventually he's going to have to hop on this point if he has an idea on how to win the round. But it's difficult when you're dealing with 5 players, and now it's a 2-0 win, I believe, for the side of whom?
Typhoon.
The side of Typhoon.
Oh, man. Everything sounds great on paper. 2-0 lead in their hands. We got the chance to listen in with Void. Let's go ahead and dive in for a listen in with Typhoon.
Yeah, double pick together, yeah?
One top now.
One top left.
Shit.
One pull, Rex.
Low.
One
One bottom.
On the left.
One pull.
Attention.
Okay, he's on your right. He's going Lambo side.
One is top.
He's dead.
Nice, I'm
One
coming.
more pull side. One more pull side. One more.
Use your operator if you can. We need to cap as well. We don't want to waste any time.
Yeah, one is on top, our side.
Nice.
He was spawn trapping us, our top.
One top.
One garage.
Oh, one's a top. Last one, top.
Oh, okay. Watch out for garage.
All right. 2022, we're taking this as like a slow dance sim. Tell me the comms. Everything sounded... I'll be honest with you. I like Voids better. I think they won the battle of the comms. The listenings, right?
Definitely calmer, more engaged, but there's a star call out there that perhaps more teams need to add to their vocabulary and control. We need to capture as well. We don't want to waste any time. Unfortunately for the side of Typhoon, time is going to get wasted, and we only have 15 seconds left to make magic work here. But we got the Purifier. He's actually going to walk right by somebody. Goat doesn't see him because he has the Predator missile out, but he'll walk right by. And Goat won't turn around in time. We've got two guys standing on the B site. And a big defense for the side of Void onto the P1. They don't want to let anybody capture that point, but B is the tougher of the two. Gonna have to get him out, but it looks like we're gonna give over the B site for free. We still have Goat with the Purifier. He's gonna go balcony and get ripped. We've got Bam on the bottom here. He's gonna get killed by Captain, and now it's just a P1. Another minute to work with, and almost tie kills. Actually, +1 for the side of Typhoon. And you got a guy standing on the side. That's gonna be Mojin. He's winning one. You got the help coming out. Now the Vortex will come through, and Maddie will get 2 ever so important kills. Now we got to worry about checkers, as we got 4 and 5 Ks and Uke pinching across the map, and another player in the connector area. That's going to be Captain. This wave is going to mean the entire round.
Yeah, in the entire series, right? 10-10, life count dead even. 8 ticks of progress coming through. K's with a slide peek, clears it out. And now he gives the boys the comms. Hey, we can hop it. Wrong! You got to count a few more kills before you've got this site cleared, homie. Captain now coming out from the crevices. He's got the connector locked down. He's had it locked down for a while. Vin's from range. Going to be able to win that one. 4 lives remaining here on the defense. 40 seconds left to go. Make it 3. And it looks like Typhoon is going to be able to get the clean sweep here in this control, ladies and gentlemen. 3 lives remaining. Who would have thought we saw an attack win twice by the same team? Obviously, they're just better in this sense. 2 lives remaining. Go hang it on for dear life. Majin bringing the 2-piece. And with 30 seconds at a halt, the time is being collected. The bodies are all over the objective. Majin finally able to shut it down, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to a round 5. Hell, we couldn't even make it past a round 3. It's a 3-0 for Typhoon. Objective. Play to a T, man. How do they do it so well? Yeah.
Well, Typhoon was able to get into the spawn quite often. It looked like Void was disrespecting the well overextension as well as the checker overextension, the likes of which we saw 2 players at a given time on occasional waves get up into the spawn behind that Lambo, and it's difficult to get spawn trapped on any single map. The pressure of that, with the pressure of the time ticking down, with the pressure of you having to stop the clock and ultimately capture points while getting spawn trapped, it's a whole bunch for a team to deal with, particularly as well when you are under practiced on a map. But that looked to me more like a misunderstanding on how to play that. More so than it did quality map play in general from the side of Typhoon. But we got to give credit for where credit is due. Typhoon did win an offensive round, and they won one by capturing. Well, yes. The second one they won on kills, but the first one they won off straight up objective capture in general. So definitely a map I could see this region getting really, really good at. Back to the drawing board for Void. Tough season ahead. That was your best opportunity to get points, and you weren't able to do it. It only gets harder. You gotta play the likes of. Yeah, you get 5, but I mean, is that a playoff team? Well, what's playoffs? Top 6?
Yeah.
If we just had to guess right now, we're looking, and you can name any of these guys for the #1 seed, but you got Animus, you got Kings, you got 117. Jury's still out on who's gonna get the #1 seed and the #2 seed for that bye. But then we get deeper into it. Somebody's gonna have to end up being top 3 out of that group, surely. And then you got Ducks in the mix, that's 4. You got Zidium, that's 5. And then, I mean, the 6th spot. At this point, it's a battle for the 6th spot. You even got a couple teams outside of that. You got to respect Enigma. Enigma maybe a playoff team with Denicio and Lydia and Brixta. Europe is tough. So if you didn't win this match, you're definitely struggling on the point standings, and it doesn't get easier. So you're gonna be fighting hoping that you're able to steal the series or definitely win a mode like Search and Destroy or something like that against some of these top teams.
There we go. Wow, you know who's not going to be struggling? Deanna, talk to me. Give me a series breakdown. Tell me, what was great about that one? What was bad?
Well, I didn't. Well, I usually come here and say, oh, you know, I did saw this team playing before. I did saw this team playing before. I did saw these players playing before. But coming into this matchup, right, I didn't really knew what to expect, right? Void and also Team Typhoon, they are quite new, right, to the scene. So I didn't have the chance to cast them, right, in other tournaments. So I was expecting to a third game, right? We did start with a good hard point. We were having close points, right? At the beginning. In the first set of heals, we actually ended up with Void having a small lead, but then coming into the second heals of rotation, actually Typhoon got the lead. They had good spawns, they started dropping operators and also score streaks, so therefore they actually managed to win the game. And after a P4 that was very, very successful, they picked up I think more than 30 points on that P4, moving to P1 reset, right? They again were first, but we had some breaks in on the side of Void, but the P2 actually closed it, and we had Majin with 41 kills. He was the MVP. Now, obviously, going into the S&D, after seeing this good hardpoint on the side of Typhoon, I was expecting that they're gonna perform good in S&D too, but we started with them on the defensive side. They got the first round. It was very convincing, right? But then Void started to pick up rounds and rounds. At some point it was 3-3, right, as round. But after we switched sides and we had Void on the defensive side, I felt like they had a better position, right? And they actually managed to pick up the rounds. And even if we had kind of slow rounds, at some point it was quite slow, right? They didn't push, nothing. They still managed to get the win. And Doom was the MVP with 12 kills. And then going into the control, right? I saw Typhoon doing good. In hardpoint side, I was expecting they're gonna do in control too. They picked up a 3-0 clean. They won on the defense side, on the attack side, right? And going back to the third round, that was, I think, was defense, right? They actually managed to get another round. They used very good operators, and also they managed to actually kill the players. At some point, you said in the first round they were playing for kills. In the second, they actually went and kept the point. So yeah, therefore it was a good matchup, and I'm looking forward to see more from both teams. But yeah, we're gonna take a short break. We're gonna hear a word from our sponsor, Gorilla and Code Mobile, and we're gonna be right back. And welcome back, and this was the shorter break we had today because we are here for the last matchup of tonight. It's gonna be 117 Not Found versus Animus, and I'm actually very excited for it, and I'm pretty sure you guys are, and also our casters are very excited. So guys, what are your predictions? Verdict?
I'm gonna default. I'm gonna let Zem take his hot take first.
I don't think we're gonna have a hot take. I mean, I could see this going any which way direction because 117 is a great team. In the couple games that I was able to catch 117 at different points this season, we saw them play really, really well. And these are both teams that I think are in contention for the #1 seed. We did actually see 117 not too long ago last season, or I'm sorry, not last season, but last year, last calendar year, in a final against Animus, where I believe Animus ended up beating them. So I believe, if I had to take a guess on this one, I think this one goes to a control. It's not clear who will win the hard point, the same way it's not clear who will win the search, but they'll split. And hopefully it goes to a control and we see Animus win 2-1. But, I mean, it could easily be a 2-0 win for 117, like the same way it could easily be a 2-0 win for Animus, but no predicting. This one will be a good one.
I agree. I think that ultimately it's going to be a banger, and that's what we're here for. Prediction wise, I don't know if I've got my take on any of these teams. I would just want to see the gameplay unfold. 117 comes back with a lot of experience and a lot of talent. Obviously, on the flip side of things, Animus come back with damn near the same roster minus Grizz and add Shark, right? And then they got Balance in the mix too as well. So I think this team is destined for greatness, but I also feel very strongly about how well this 117 team plays. So I'm just ready to get this one on.
We're probably looking at the top 3 teams, like
easily,
come stage 5. This is definitely these are probably the teams that are going to champs. Kings, these guys, and 117. As long as 117 doesn't get like stage 2, stage 3, like whatever the heck happened last season where they just didn't play.
They caught a case of the 11D, didn't they?
Absolutely no reason. It didn't.
No,
11T was bracket
okay.
manipulating and stuff. Different circumstances, but 117 I think straight up wasn't able to compete, and they weren't able to make it through. I don't know if Caesar's 18. Is Caesar 18? Because if he is, then Then yeah, they're going to champs. They're going to stage 5, 100%. This is a great team.
Oh, yeah. Well, both teams are in the lobby. I can go over the map selection very fast. We're gonna start with a hardpoint on Summit, followed by an S&D on standoff, and if you're gonna get the third game, it's gonna be a control on firing range. We do have Hacienda Band on the side of 117 and Raid on the side of Animus. Just the best band. The best band. See, this is why I'm such a good fan of Animus.
Oh, boo! Toxic Deanna, boo!
What do you mean?
Boo! You said Hacienda and Raid, boo!
Boo!
I'd throw tomatoes at you if I could.
Boo!
Oh no!
No tomatoes.
That should be illegal. But yeah, I'm gonna be back after this matchup, guys, to talk more about it.
Alrighty.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Main events here. The highlight matchup is ready to start. Hope you got your popcorn. Hope you got your sodas. We're waiting all night for this one. I know it's probably late in you. I hope you're not intaking any more caffeine that's necessary, but fight's about to square off. Let's keep all the punches above the waist. Let's have a clean one. We're going to see if the side of 117 is as strong as we think they are. And we're going to see if Animus making the changes where it was necessary have paid off now as the first initial hit towards the P1 site. Top control here for the boys over at Animus. They've got hill control as well. Balance going to be tested up top. He's going to hold his gunny down. Caesar gets dropped. Ooh. Boy, Balance is really feeling it right now, Zip.
I love the opener from both teams. It was fast, it was furious, and we got Marvel on 3-0 with Balance as well on the pinch. Early time, like you said, going the way of Animus. But let's take a look real quick at the operators and the skills, or rather the perks. So we're going to have Caesar opting to use that Tactician. We'll keep an eye on that, and no Tactician for the side of Animus, which is really interesting. That Summit would probably be a map that you would maybe run a Tac Flash on. Nevertheless, we got Tac 5. That's going to be the highlight here. For me, we're going to have Shark with the Tac 5 for the side of Animus, and on the other end, we're going to have Saturn's, another great Tac 5, great Slayer for both of these guys. So far, Shark's getting the better of them. Saturn sitting at 0-4, but big time for Animus on the P1. We got to love that to start the pace of the game here. 27 points for Animus, and 0 heading into P2. Now a little bit of intermission time, but for the time being, 117 does have the advantage of being on that green side. Nice angles for them, but Marvel will make quick work of that and get taken out as well. A little bit of a split spawn, but now Marvel has an opportunity with his teammates getting a nice clean wave onto P2.
Oh, man.
To flip that spawn, and Kutila, heads up, veteran play, run to that green, just block that spawn. Spawn 117 cross map. And a great conversion here for Animus.
Great conversion. Gathillo's man who can do both. Gets the bunker down to the spawns, gets the block. They're going to be predicted very well. 117. Locked out of P2 for long. Caesar insert himself in the equation. Double digits by a mile. Look at this. He has fried this lobby, but it is Marvel on the flip side with 10 as well. Balance out, trying to get the breach through the bottom side. Catwalk's clear. Gathillo's done God's work. 3 in the feed for him. Is it good for the rotation? Karma's the only lone wolf here. He's going to get outs. The Marvel's going to lock it down single-handedly. 3 players now making the rotation through. The front side's going to be contested. It's Lucky. Not feeling so lucky today, my friend. Caesar might have slipped through the cracks, though, as he's going to be dealt with. Yep, Marvel was there for the cleanup, but it is Gathillo who gets the kill. My guy is all over the map. And this one has gone quickly south here for 117. The break is going to be a desperate attempt now as attack 5s pop. Claws out and running rampant. 117 might have met their matchup for the day, and right now it's Animus showing up with the top guns in the top of the lobby. Damn near 40 points advantage, and we're not even 10 seconds into P2 or P3.
I mean, we already know that Marvel is an absolute superstar in Europe. One of the best in his position, if not outright the best. I think a very, very strong argument can be made there, but we gotta highlight Gutila again. We keep doing it as Marvel will come up with the 2-piece with the Predator missile, but Gutila has really taken that next step and not just become a guy. He is a dude for them. He is that guy. He's not just a guy. He is that guy now for them. He's got that claw, a strong operator for them. And we open it up. We gotta highlight this Saturn sitting at 1 and 13, absolutely getting blasted by his direct counterpart Shark. 7-5, and the entirety of the Animus team. It's not just a single 1 versus 1 game, but Lucky as well. 2 and 12 and 1 and 14. Saturns just can't find any rhythm going for him. So we're gonna have Caesar in the back here, and I mean, so far perfect hard point. I mean, great P1 here for Animus, great P2. They chain it right into a full 60 on the hangar, and then they completely one-wave the 117 defense on P4. Both 60s are gonna go the way of Animus, and 100 to 32 point lead so far.
100 to 32 lead. It's continued to get worse. Saturn's finally able to pick up more than a few kills. Pops attack 5. Karma's there holding down the lane. Finally a little bit of hill time, but is it enough breathing room to really brag about? I don't think so. Shark lurking right here on the snow side. Karma gets 1 speck of him. He's erased. 30 seconds left to go, and you need every bit of this time now as it's going to be collected here by both Karma and Derox. Balance and Narcs. Trying to get the hit through the snow side. They want to continue to push the lane. The pressure's coming. Derek shut it down. Even when he is pressured from the concussion and a big gunfight won. In the last little bit of scrap time. Finally, a little bit of time collected here for the side of 117. We don't quite got a ball game just yet, ladies and gentlemen. Calm down. It's been Animus completely running rampant in this lobby. As a matter of fact, they continue to act. God, Narcs. What a freak, bro. I mean, he's just now touching double digits, but he is 3-piece. Woo!
I don't know if you saw what Narcs did, but I mean, he's gonna.
I caught it from the receiving end. It was nasty.
Narcs is looking on the bottom here, and Narcs just gets another kill on the hop up. Gives I don't remember who it was. Oh my God! Narcs is just absolutely going crazy. But Narcs is giving people all different kinds of hands, the same way he gave that one player that 180 cross map, and he's gonna throw that hunter killer drone. He's earned a predator missile as well. He's gonna kill Karma on the bottom here. He's working on an EMP. And he's got that Sparrow progress looking really, really good for him. And Animus, the hardest thing that you can do is chain 3s into 4s and then go right back into a P1 and solidify big time here. And Animus looks every single bit the threat that they looked last season going into stage 5. They're sitting at Marvel, 27 and 11. He's got that operator in his pocket. Probably will come out for a P2 or a P3, that Annihilator, looking down those big lanes. But you know your anchor is always going to be doing the right thing on the map. Marvel finally not lagging. Finally balling on the map. We got Balance pulling out an operator as well here. Oh, I'm sorry, a predator missile. Big time for Animus. This does not look so far like the matchup we thought this was looking like.
No, this is not the matchup we anticipated, but this is the matchup we're getting right now. Is Animus painting a beautiful picture. It'll be in a museum someday. Right now it's in Summit. Disgusting, brutal, dominant. I mean, words that can describe this matchup: a slaughterhouse. It's claws pop there for Gathella. He's putting in some nasty shots. Can't be stopped. Caesar finally able to pick him up. That's good for his 20th, but it's not enough to recoup this gain or any kind of like momentum. This team has been just suffering throughout an eternity. As a matter of fact, he's stuck up top. He's sent Derek's there to contest, but nobody able to get any kind of hill time here. The denial time is going to be in favor of Animus as they have the upper hand, and we're going to go ahead and listen in to see how the comms sound now as they make this P2 to P3 connection.
Don't die, I'm turning out. Don't die, I'm turning out.
Three con, one green. I spawn out, I spawn out.
One mid lane, guys.
Push side, push side.
I got two.
Coming.
One dead, one green.
They're gonna spawn green, I got you.
One CT, one
One deep green,
one HP. CT on 1 HP on 1.
Yeah, he's wallbang me.
Green Dax, we lost spawn.
One HP con.
We need to get the guy out of Citron right now.
Hey, put take 5,
I got shotgun. We got shotgun. J'ai mon ami.
Vas-y, je me cache.
One Annie.
Two more forklift. One spawn.
Annie dead. One side, deep side.
Annie dead.
We're
Coming.
Damn, them boys is cooking, Zim.
I mean, devastating on the map and devastating in the comms. Maybe a little more happening in those comms than we're used to. But I mean, they're playing an intense match against one of the best teams in the region, arguably maybe the best team in the region. Just like they are arguably maybe the best team in the region. But we love to hear just the distinguished demeanor that they have. Such a great golden standard for anybody across the world to kind of model themselves after. The comms, very, very important on, you know, what needs to be said. I'm spawning out. Don't die. If you die, you'll spawn out. I'm picking up this scrap time. Look over here. We need to get this guy out of this spot. Just directing the traffic, and you love that from your main AR, you love that from Marvel, you also love that from your guys on the hill who are just confirming those kills as we're calling them out. Hey, we have to kill this guy, the sub kills him, dead. You know, things like this, they layer on top of each other really, really nicely, and so far it's a clinic.
So far it's a clinic. Right now it's holding on for dear life. By a threat, Gathilla's going to be able to slip through the cracks. He's good for one. The break is there. Lucky's last hope here for 117. He's going to be able to stay alive for a little bit. But here comes the cavalry. Trying to clear out the full top side. He bites off a little more than he can chew. And surely enough, it's 117. Still standing alive here in this P4 rotation. The break is yet to come and stick. Shark trying to get in. Trying to work miracles. Karma, the last hope. Yet again, Gathilla burning the operators. And right now, we're hanging on by a thread continuously here for this 117 team. Lucky trying to do a little bit of a dance in the hill, but it's balanced. Pulling out the katana. They're trying to tuck this one away, and it is done. 250 to 135. Man, it's only a matter of moments. It was bound to come. The P4 looked pretty solid for 117, but surely enough, swallowed into the holes of devastation. It was Animus who came through with an absolute dominant Summit performance. Flawless one, if you ask me. I think things got bit rowdy in the comms, as you mentioned, but hey, you look on the opposite side of the board, this 117 team showed up and arguably one of the better teams in EU. They get put on full blast, and they never really recouped.
Wasn't Caesar though. Caesar had himself a game. That kid is so talented. I mean, he's an absolute stud here in Europe. But I mean, big disappointing games from Saturns and from Lucky, two of the guys who you really expect on this team to be really, really good. There was a time, maybe a long time, where Saturns was hailed as arguably the best player in Europe.
I was the guy behind that operation. I literally would always try to find some way to make him, like, talk him up. His gameplay in Search and Destroy is so much better than in Hardpoint. That Hardpoint game was nothing to talk about though. 15 and 31. Wow. That was a blender of a performance for him. On the flip side, you said his counterpart was Shark. Hey, Shark, you know what? Let him swim. Let him do his thing. Obviously, you don't want to ice over in a Summit's hardpoint. His team was frying, though, bro. There's only so much you can do when somebody on your team is cooking, and you've got 4 of those people that are absolutely frying. It's best just to stay out of the kitchen, right?
Yeah. I mean, you've got... And that's the great thing about these guys. The same way that, you know, arguably, I think that we're going to see Kings come into the same form. Is like, you've got so many people to deal with. You can't really isolate one person. If you isolate one person, you're giving the room to the other 4 studs on the team to really do all the work. And, you know, this looks like a European team. It's like, what is the weakness? How do you draft against this team? How do you play against them? I mean, let's just go straight up top to bottom. Shark. I mean, on TAC 5, just arguably one of, if not the best player in Europe. Marvel. I mean, you've got arguably, if not the best anchor post-up guy in Europe. You've got Kutila, who is just doing all of the work, everything that nobody wants to do. He's flipping spawns, he's blocking, he's doing the right things, he's running the right routes, he's giving you great motivating comms. You really need a guy like that. You've got Balance. Still not sure where Balance fits into all of this. The same way that when we look at 117, I'm looking at like a Darox, and I'm like, well, both of these teams have a guy that kind of looks strange on this. I miss the Jazz on 117 the same way I miss a Grizz on Animus, but these guys are finding their way. And then of course, how can we forget about Narcs? But like, absolute veteran, you know, perennial objective guy. He's a great leader for this team, and a great IGL for this team. Looking on the other side, not sure who exactly is that person for this new lineup on 117. Who's gonna lead these games when the comms get tough? Who's gonna kind of manage the search and destroy rounds when things aren't exactly as clear as they could be? We've got multiple guys on Animus that can do that at any given time, and that's the advantage right now.
Huge advantage. Narcs, just to remind you, after the first set of hills, he had just gotten his 10th kill going into the P1 pop. And he ended up with like 30 plus. Oh my god, dude, unstoppable. Will they be unstoppable here now as we're heading over to game number 2? We've made our predictions. Could have been a very easy 2-0 for one of these two teams. Right now, the favor is in Animus's favor, right? They have the advantage of taking that map 1 very convincingly. We head over to the search and destroy. Can they complete the sweep, or are we going to see a little bit of a fight back? If I had to guess, this is the chance for 117 to get on board. First blood's not coming through just yet. Shots are not there. The lineup's there for Lucky is not going to be fruitful. Gatilda opening up. The entry frag's there. He's wanting more blood. All he's going to get is the trophy. Caesar in the middle of the map, homie. Hey, how's it going? I'm here to clean you up, Balance says. And 2 down, only 3 more to go. Bomb plant surely going to come through along with it, and Balance finally going to be able to clear the middle of the map. And now it's on for the retake. 3v5 style. Minute 20 going to be reduced to 45. And with nobody really making a motion towards this site, you got to think this is going to be a slow one to develop.
I mean, Gutila just does not give a single damn what it is that he needs to do for the team. If they need him to entry frag, he's there. If they need him to carry the bomb, he's there. If they need him to pick up the flank, he's going to do it. I mean, not too long ago, as Marvel kills Saturn's there, really important kill. Karma goes down as well. Now it's a 1 versus 4 for Lucky. But not too long ago, Gutila, I mean, he just the guy's growth over the course of the last couple seasons. I mean, he went from, I mean, could you say amateur player? He was teaming with Jim on like Cold or whatever that team was. Went to Animus or Stamina or whatever, became a champion, and now he's here really just doing the work. Now he's bomb carrying. He's doing it all. There is a little bit of VOD on this team, though, on this map in particular, as Lucky does open up on Balance. And we saw Ducks really open up this map by making Animus have to respect that flank here. We're not seeing that from the side of 117. And if you just take a full-on headbutt against them after, I mean, what we just saw on P1, or I'm sorry, on map 1, you're probably not going to have a fun time. So you really got to make sure that this team is respecting all of the ins and outs.
Yeah,
we'll look to Karma, since he was on the previous, Karma was in the Delhi area, so we'll look to him to start flanking as the game goes on.
100% right now. Gathilla's been drop bombs down along with it. Right now, Shark trying to clear all odds and angles before he does collect that site. Intel's there. Derek's is going to get the slide. The bomb heady's being played to a T. Derek's is going to gun 1 down. Lucky's going to find the other. Now it's all on Marvel. Best sniper in EU. Let's see you put on a clink. There's 1. 3 more to go. On the trail is going to be Derox, who's gotten a few tags on him. Nobody there to really, I mean, they're not going to want to push this. I mean, I respect it. And surely enough, it's Marvel who's going to be able to stay alive, but it's 45 seconds left to go on the clock. Bombs down in the middle of the street. Nobody pushing him, and this is the kind of ground that you respect if you're the side of 117. You know that you're facing off against greatness. You do not want to be put on a t-shirt, put on a reel. You don't want to be on YouTube. You don't want to be on TikTok. You don't want to be on any of those things. And they give him nothing to play with, and the round gets shut down. So a bounce-back round for 117 after arguably being tossed in the gutter in the first round. It was a 1v4 that it came down to. Damn near flawless round for Animus. Shoes on the other foot this time around. 117 striking. So a little bit more of a conservative play. Love the read on the A side the first round. Second round, not so successful. Here's the payoff.
Take a look on the other side here. I'll jump on with Saturn's here as you get the trophy down. They're prepared for the A site. We've also got Karma in that Delhi area, making sure that no deep flanks happen this way. But fortunately, for the side of 117, We're really relying on these snipers to get these opening picks, and sure as it goes, Lucky does actually convert one, a big one, onto Narcs. Part of the sniper duo here on this map. So we got the bomb working in the middle of the street here. That's going to be Marvel with that bomb on that statue here, and the gunfights are going to come through. Balance is approaching the site. Derox is going to get caught right there, and Saturn's is left to trade. He'll get it. Now it's Saturn's on the tractor. He's going to be fighting against Marvel and Gutila, but opt to take away. And now look at this important matchup right here. It's going to be Karma and Shark on the back here. Shark will get through undetected, and soon he's going to be causing a lot of damage here. He's got potentially 2 or 3 even that he can catch. Nice trigger discipline there. He's right behind them. He'll catch one. He'll turn away and he'll see the second one, but doesn't actually convert it. That's a big matchup here. That, I mean, if I'm on 117, I'm about to beat up Karma in the deli. How'd you let that guy pass you right there?
Oh yeah,
But Marvel's in the middle of the street here, and that can't happen.
No, that can't happen right now. He's made his way back over to the statue. Cathilla trying to give him the clearance. Hey, go ahead and get this bomb plant down. Nade's been chucked. He's going to leave Marvel and Cathilla about half health. They don't like what they see. Caesar's coming in for the aggression. He wants to collect it. Lucky's going to be good for one. Caesar's looking for the other. Pulls out the boxing gloves. Opts for the pistol. Cleans it up in a very, very great round. Again, 2 times in a row here for 117. Don't allow this Animus team to get any kind of like sparks of momentum rolling back in their favor. And I think the biggest kill was taking down Shark before he could pick up 1 or 2. He picked up 1, surely, but Karma is now going to be on Deli Dooley, but look at where Saturn's is. He's all the way back there as well. And look how aggressive he's gotten. The jump shot, he gets back in time. Karma's holding the angle. Now it's a little bit more confidence here in this 117 roster. Desperately needed after that hardpoint loss.
And it's those 2 guys, the 2 guys that didn't have the good maps, stepping up right now. Lucky was right there with Saturn's having that struggle bus. Lucky's at 5-1 right now, being a real force on the map for the side of 117. And we got a kill advantage here onto Gutila, an important do-it-all player for Animus. We got Narcs and Marvel still alive, though. Anytime these guys are alive and they're playing together, they play off of each other so well that it's still possible that you can lose a round. We got Narcs up top right here. He's going to take a look right now with the Doomed Chorus DOQ. Really cool sniper scope there too, but 4 versus 5. Not too much happening right now on the map. We got Shark again just prowling on the flank, but it's still being managed very, very nicely by Karma this time. He let it happen last.
Yeah.
Won't happen for free again. Love to see it.
And those are adjustments that you made after winning a round, too.
You gotta have a mid-game. You gotta have a mid-game.
Yeah, you gotta have a mid-game. Narc's gonna be able to peel the weight back for 1, and Saturn's ahead. He's gone. Narc's gonna get traded out. Lucky just feeling it right now. He's gonna be able to take down Narcs. Can he line up Marvel? He's right on the statue site. Jumps there through. Karma's gonna be able to put some pressure up, and look at where he's at. All the way in the spawn site. Balance gonna be able to deal with Caesar, who was out in broad daylight. Bomb's gonna go down. Shark's going to be holding the bomb ahead, and you got 1 on the collapse, and Lucky, he's got to go big here. Look at the rotation. Balance is going to try and get out of the sight, but he's going to eat a bullet. 1 shot. He is. Does he stay alive? Lucky. Like, hey, I don't want to take this fight. Go ahead and make the push over. Saturn's or Nerex hold the fort, but Karma going to be able to get the bomb defused. And it was a play that was botched. That should have never happened, but it happened. 117, 3 rounds in a row. Not letting Animus off easy. Even able to get that bomb defused down with both players left standing.
You're starting to see the cogs here. You're starting to see what the blueprint looks like. And Animus, just like in that match against Ducks, just very, very weak on the flank. If it isn't Shark opening up those kills, they're not really managing it very well, and you can exploit that if you are 117. Now we got the street being worked on. We got Narcs responsible for the middle there, but Shark is on the heady here. Gutila's going to challenge it and rip another player here. And Lucky on the back end. Don't really like so much the street approach for the side of 117, considering that we've got plenty of sample size of standoff S&D that Animus has played, even going back to last year, where that back alley, it's really just the open spot here that you can exploit. We just saw it most recently, like we said, against Ducks, where Creed was able to put him on a bit of a skate. You know, the other thing that kind of makes them a little bit, I would say a little bit easier to play against this team, is the lack of Jari. Jari was really one of those guys for them last season that kind of made those plays happen on that lurk where you couldn't You couldn't just do it for free, you know what I'm saying? You always had to deal with Drari, who was in the back there. Now on this team, with this particular lineup, you're kind of having Shark do it, which may be a little out of place for me watching.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really seem like a natural kind of person. You really want Shark in the mix, where he's really going to shine. But here it goes, full back alley extension. Now it's going to happen here for the side of 117, like we were saying it. And it's Shark on the back there again. Now you're going to kill the two guys on the back. Aggressive push is going to come through. Here's the failed B execution. Now the bomb is in a really compromising position here in the deli area. But I like the switch up from Animus. You're kind of recognizing that they're doing that work to you.
Oh my
Let's go to the
god.
back alley, but Narcs is going to just take 2 to go with him. He's got that CBR here. Marvel's cross map with the sniper. It's still a 2 versus 3, but not completely winnable yet. We got to find another kill, and we got to pick up the bomb. Bomb's in a tough spot right now. They have exactly full information on where it is. But the 2 guys you want alive are alive.
Yeah, I mean, you poke the bear. I mean, you woken up the beast. Narcs finding the 2-piece, and you see the defense. They're just going to happily fall back in line. What Narcs doesn't know is Lucky's up top. I don't think he cares, though. Able to slip through the cracks. Gonna get some shots on Caesar, but he's tagged up as well. And their treat is not favoring. He's on a little bit of an island. Need Marvel to provide a little bit of oversight. Does find one, but that is it. 43 seconds left to go on the clock. Narcs is dropped. And now it's all on Marvel. Can he make something happen here? Gotta go some point. Lucky and Karma knows this bomb's down on the back alley, and look at their positioning. They're just waiting for the rotation through this back alley. But will Marvel make the rotation right in front of him? Probably not. It looks like he has no idea. Obviously, a lot of times past, there hasn't been a lot of call-outs since, and the rotation over to A might be favoring. It looks like he's just going to hop for some time. So, going to call this one an L. Try and get this bomb rotated over to A, but look at where Karma's at. He's reading it like a book. It ain't happening, homie. Marvel going to get shut down. We're going to flip sides with the lead in the hands and remain in the hands of 117 after a stout 6 rounds of defense. They remain on top 4-2.
I'd be reporting I'm sorry, not Narcs. I'd be reporting Marvel for
trolling?
not taking the free bomb site. Yeah, your report for trolling.
Yeah.
Put the bomb down. They gave it to you, but you're like, nope. Let's take it across to the other side, and then run directly into a 117 player. But now we got Animus on the backside here. They're 4-2 here, down 2 rounds. Now they're on the defense though, so they can see. Didn't hit the target round of 3, but they still got 2s. You know, it's enough. We got 117 here, just 3 rounds away from winning this in regulation. And I like the approach. You really got to contend with the double snipers for side of Animus. That's Marvel and that's Narcs. Very, very powerful in the middle part of that map. But I'd love to see them work a little bit of these Bs. See if we can get away from the snipers. Slow approach so far, but Lucky, tall task for him. He's got to deal with 2 all-world snipers here as we're going in the back alley. Let's take a look at this. This is 1 and Karma here. That's going to be Marvel. He's going to trade onto Marvel, and that's going to be a big kill here. For those that don't know, Karma and Shark, longtime teammates, longtime friends. Karma is a big friend of these guys, so he definitely has a good understanding of how they play as we see Shark take out Caesar. A lot of history between these 2 teams. A lot of camaraderie. So we're going to see 3. Take a look on the backside, but now it's balance. Working the flank here. He's going to go up top Granny and see Karma potentially if he jumps out here. He's going to see him right there on the bottom.
Oh, no.
He just misses him, but Karma
Okay.
will get pinched there finally by Balance. Now it's a 2 versus 4. We got Lucky trading onto Shark. Now Balance on the backside. He's going to have him just line up really nicely here. And a nice win for Animus, but it appears for both teams that the blueprint is that pinch.
There we go. Pinch is there. I was watching Marvel, and I kind of freaked. When I flipped to his point of view, I don't know who he killed, but it looked like he was like scoping in. Was it somebody that pulled through back alley?
Yeah, it was Derox.
That was such a nasty flick, bro. I caught it last second, and all I saw was him looking at the top of the deli, and then all of a sudden just flick and just absolutely destroy Derek's. Oh boy. We flip sides. The defense is holding strong here. 3 players to 2. A lot of has happened. Derek's getting some shots in on Marvel, who's going to get given away on his location. Karma looking to get some shots in, but it's Marvel letting him catch the smoke. He's starting to finally heat up. Derek's is the last one alive in the rotation through. He's looking to take down Marvel, man. Hey, look, bro, you 4K'd me last round. I can't be having that. Something's got to give, man. I need to make all right in the universe. I think he might have spotted him on the rotation out of the backside, but Marvel's hitting the hills, bro. He's like, hey, bro, let's go ahead and triangulate this puppy up. He's somewhere. He's just not here. We can hold the 3-stack hero into the A site. Surely he won't take all 3 of us down. Let's see if Garrux is him. First shot's in. Location's give it away, and the focus immediately onto that barrel site. You just send one Marvel over to the mid site. Get the cross. It's clinical. It's 2 rounds in a row. Defense standing strong. Zim. Wow. What a defending round there for Animus.
I mean, Darox chased Marvel all the way across the map, but Marvel is just positioning the quickness there to really just ring him around into the barrel area and then identify that he's there and make the quick reposition on the statue to make a nice, easy gunfight win there for the sniper there. We're going to have a back alley push here. 4-1-1-7, another one. They're going right back to it. You got to contend with Balance here, stuck in this deli, but maybe they don't know. Balance has the advantage at the moment of 2 narrow doorways. With the bomb going down now, that's going to get caught by Shark. They identify that the push isn't coming A-side. Love to see this sign of a very intelligent S&D team. They're going to flip the map. They're going to say, okay, you're going to take our back alley, we're going to take your boxes, and make sure that this does not happen for free, as Balance is going to get one there, and we're going to see the pinch happen on the pinch here, as we're going to have 5 and 1. A sniper and Shark. Flanking the flank. Shark will get caught on the flank. They'll flank the flank. That was flanking them. Now it's just Marvel left alive in the back area over here, but we've got Darox in this area. Again, Darox versus Marvel. Important gunfight now. Has to be won here. Marvel has an idea that there's a guy in the back here, doesn't quite know where. But I like that side from 117, taking that B. Just gotta convert a little bit of those kills and maybe not let them flip you on the map and you'll get that bomb down. We gotta love Marvel just sitting still. He knows he's in a really good position. He's not gonna compromise it, and Gutila's in the back. He's gonna get that information. Run closer to your teammate. Try to run away from him, but Caesar will catch him and Gutila will kill him in isolation. And now we're gonna pull ahead 5-4 for Animus.
All right, Animus, first time being on the advantage side of the scoreboard. I think the first round was the only time they had that, right? It's been a tie or 1-7 in the driver's seat. Control handed back over to Animus. They got the keys to victory here. They've got the lockdown on the defense, and 117 haven't found a stroke of success. Derek's gonna win a big gunfight. No, he's shut down. Balance coming through. Caesar shutting him down. 2-for-1 trades. Let your opponents make mistakes is what 117 will do, and so far they've profited. Bomb still in the hands of Caesar, who's holding down the broken sight. Shark in the middle of the map, not going big at all. Lucky. Double digits for him. And right now, this is about as big of a player advantage as you're going to get. This Animus team are down to 2, and Marvel and Narcs. Let's see if they can make something magnificent and marvelous happen. Narcs making the wrap on through to the A side. The wall bang gets crispy. Marvel looking to match the shot. Caesar trying to shut it down. Oh, that's not Caesar. He's dead. That's Karma. Holy hell, Verdict. Come on. Get your act together. Marvel and Narcs still alive. Bomb's made its way over to the A side. Why is that bomb not planted? Finally. There we go. Getting it down. And that's not even the hard work. Dealing with these 2 titans on the opposite side are definitely going to be a lot harder to do than one would think. Saturn's gets the one there, but Narcs! My God! Don't let him get 3. Karma!
Jesus.
Woo! That would have been a clip right there, homie. That would have been a clip.
I'm telling you, anytime these 2 are alive, you are still very, very, very much in danger when you got to contend with Marvel and Narcs on the scope. Narcs will take 2 off of a really, I don't know if you caught it from Narcs' angle, but he ripped 2 insane
I did. It was nasty.
That
It was
fight's
disgusting.
narrow. As Marvel's going to get 1 onto Lucky there. That's a first blood. We're in a really, really tight position now. 5-5 now. We're tied up. Missing that round 11 vibe. We don't get it quite same like we do on console, but we are in round 11. There's still 2 to go, potentially. And if it goes to an overtime, we go to an overtime as well, as we have Balance in the same position here. You got to deal with your sniper not being alive. Sniper's down on box. Gun itself hasn't been picked up yet, so no sniper currently in play for the side of 117. Actually, I lie. Caesar's got one. And Saturn has one. Yeah, I lied. We still got 2 scopes for the side of 117. Marvel will rip a really nice jump shot onto Saturn's here, and there's still a great position for Animus to capitalize on as the bomb is going to get transitioned over to the statue area. We're going to see some fireworks here soon.
Oh, here comes the first little bit of initial contact. Derek's good for 1. He's 1 shot. Karma going to be able to clean the Titan of Terror and Marvel out. That's going to give them the advantage for the bomb plant, right? Well, there's still one poking around the corner. It's Gathilla. He's just waiting for the right moment to strike. Unfortunate timing for him is he's not going to be able to do so. Unfortunate thing is his homies have got his back. Karma's in a little bit of a pinch. She's going to get tossed into the next round. And a great retake. It's clean. 3 players left standing here for Animus, and with plenty of time to do so. We are on match point here. Will we see Animus shut this down? 117 not found. I made the claim. They're the best team in EU. Right now, they're getting bested by what could possibly be the best team in EU. Obviously, we still got plenty of time to, make those claims or, say our opinions, but this Animus team has really let their gameplay do the talking.
Tough team, too, to be dominant against. You got Caesar, stud, upcoming player. You got Lucky, veteran guys. We got a really strong now position here for the side of Animus here. And once again, a little bit of a stalemate. The nade will just barely miss the kill into Shark. Still got about a quarter health here, but Lucky will find a really good one onto Narcs there.
Almost catches Shark. Oh, he finds it!
And he catches the wall bang onto Shark, and that's a 5 versus 3. Another one onto Gutila there, and now just balance left in the balance here as Darox is going to send him back to the grave. But we got Marvel now 1 versus 4 situation. It looks like for the time being, as long as we can convert on this kill, we can take this one to overtime. Where no team will have a distinct advantage. We'll go into the overtime where it'll switch every single round. Arguably probably what COD should be, but regardless, Marvel is going to kill Saturns there on the statue area, and it's still very, very possible that they could walk away with a round win here. You still have Marvel, but he's crossing that. Marvel will win another one onto Darox and put him back where he belongs. And then we
Where's
have
that?
3 versus 1. Dead. I'm just kidding.
Oh, there we go. We knew it was coming. There was only 10 seconds left to go. 1v3 not happening. Does catch 2 clips before he goes. We're heading to overtime, ladies and gentlemen. This one is not over with yet. 117 set. To hell with this one. Lucky, my God, what a freaking 3-piece to open up that A site. And surely enough, your teammates have you back and protect that bomb site. Now we're going to Rochambeau over for another flip. The attack here for Animus. Shark's going to be able to open up the first nade shot. It's going to clear balance there to get the sights effectively. But Karma, lurking in the middle of the map, is going to be able to find one. Gathilla putting this bomb in another questionable position. Wins the Gutty this time around. This could be the round here to start it off. Now 4-3. Bomb's going down. You got bomb control with balance right here, and you got Marvel holding your mid lane. Backside is Narcs. Couldn't think of a better setup with 4 players left standing. We're going to see the hit come through. It's all or nothing. 117 says, balance the player holding the tractor site. It's nothing for 117. Gathilla says it's nothing to pick 2 pieces up. We'll take the advantage again, and right now it's still match point. Animus. They hold the cards.
Yeah, they do there, and we got balance. I mean, he did the work. He just stayed alive just long enough for his teammates to come back and support him. Had he peeked, he would have maybe died, and that would have been a -1 here. But we got Marvel onto Lucky, and this one looks just like an absolute difficult round here for the side of 117. Darox will trade it, but balance is already in the mix right here. Darox, he's gonna get a crazy kill onto balance there. Nice jump shot. It's a 3 versus 3, and where it looked doomed. But now we have Caesar in the middle of the map here. Shark will take him.
Okay.
As I do think that we have another 2 kills here coming for the side of 117. They're not ready to give up on this game just quite yet.
Look how aggressive Shark's being. Oh my God! There I am.
He can win it. He can win it.
Okay.
Oh, he can win it. It's 1 shot. He's going for it.
Oh,
he's gonna
Shark!
catch. Saturn's running away. That's terrible. Oh,
that is a bad way to go. I can't tell you how many times I've died like that, bro. It's like, hey, do I hold my ground? Shark calls his bluff. I'm egoing that, bro. You're 1 shot. No way in hell you win this one. Yeah, catches him. Gets Rickied. Ricky! Animus coming through. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
This chat probably won't know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
In the showers.
Yeah.
Good luck. You know.
Oh, boy. Here we go. 2-0. Not a question, not a doubt. Animus rise up. They conquer. 1-7 not found. Not finding a single game in the series. Pointless at this, scoreless out of this one, but rivalry continues on. That one was a brutal one. The search and destroy looked just as good as I anticipated. Hardpoint was a little lackluster from you, though. Gonna have to work on that one. Clean. Look at the scorecard, too. 12s across the board for 3 players at 11. You can't ask for better contribution from all of these players.
Well, it was a great match. They put up a valiant effort in the bottom there, but, you know, it is what it is. Narcs and the crew, Animus, they're going to take this win over 117. This is a big win for them. Knock off one of the top teams, and now you have the opportunity to do it again. The next time you come back into a Mobile Mayhem, not too many more teams left for Animus to play before they secure that #1 seed, but we'll be looking forward to that Kings and Animus matchup, one that surely both teams will be preparing for diligently, both in scrims and in draft. We've got a lot of familiarity with each other, and that'll be a good one. But for the time being, Animus will walk away with 20 points, and we have, if I believe, an updated standings.
Yeah, we do indeed. We're gonna get the update from Deanna. You can't flank the flank of the outflank. We're gonna get the updated update from the updater, which is Deanna. Talk to me. How excited were you to watch that series?
Very excited.
Of course.
Of course. What do you mean, of course?
Of course.
The super fan. The super Animus fan.
The fan of all fans.
No. I'm the fan of all of
all the teams.
Yes, exactly. Okay,
we
we are not biased. I'm not biased.
You know what? I don't give a damn. I want Animus to win matches. I got the Animus jersey. I got... Which one's it? It's Narcs. So we're doing our thing. I got like 3 of them, and I wear them every single time. I see if I had like a tearaway, if I had like a tearaway moment, I'd tear it away, and I'd have every single Animus just tear it away Narcs, tear it away Marvel, tear it away SC. I'd go crazy for it, but
and then
but
Balance,
we love our
like
team. And then Balance, like, okay.
We're just got a magic marker.
Like a plain white one and just.
Uneven lines. It's not even a pinstripe. It's just uneven lines. I can imagine.
That was funny. That was funny. But you know what? It was an awesome game. I was expecting to a third game, to be honest, but 2-0 was pretty solid. We started with a good harp and right from the first P1 until the end. Animus had the lead, right? They had kind of dominated the whole map. We were on Summit, right? They actually managed to get good rotations and also the kills. In the second set of heals, we did had them dropping score streaks and good usage of operators. It was not such a big difference, you know. But 117 really struggled to actually hop on a point. I don't think they actually managed to hold one full point at all. Oh wait, I just saw the stream because you were doing that. Oh. You're lucky, Zim. You're lucky.
Yeah.
I just saw this.
The son of a gun.
He's lucky. Yeah, I'm jealous. But yeah, Animus won, and Narcs was the MVP, 31 kills and 228 on the OBJ. And then in the S&D, we started with 117 on the defensive side, losing the first round, but then picking up 2 rounds in a row. And before we switched sides, 117 had 4 rounds in their favor and Animus had just 2. But after Animus being on the defensive side, they picked up more kills, managed to get better rotations, and kind of adapted to the 117 playing style, right? How they played. And they really had a strong lineup there on the defense, right? We did had overtime, something that I was not expecting, but the last round, right? The last 2 rounds were won by Animus, and they actually win. The craziest thing that I saw was actually Lucky, the triple piece. I think he killed 3 players.
Oh, that was a nasty clip.
Yeah, and also what Shark did at the end, it was very smart, and I was like, damn, he just went for the kill, easy, and they actually won, and the MVP was Gutierrez with 12 kills. So overall, in my opinion, it was a win night, evening, night,
evening, early morning, however, wherever you are. Obviously, we enjoyed all the action, and before we end the stream, I just wanted to go ahead and highlight the standings before we jump off to send you to whoever we send you. Fine, ladies and gentlemen, to Animus Kings. They're at the top of the pack. They got the 1-2 punch for the top of the seeds. Still a lot of season play to, be played out. So 60 points is where the benchmarker is for the first 3 weeks of play. We're still only in day 4, so again, plenty of time to make up. 31ers, 117 not found. 31ers upsetting that FA Ducks team. Still kind of haunting me. We're gonna have to go back and touch on that series, but it's still going to have to be another day. 117 coming through with a fourth. They don't get any points, but they still remain in fourth with 40. 35 for Osmont, who didn't play. F8 Ducks. Man, that series slipped away out of you real quick in the control. Zidium 20 as well as Enigma. Typhoon with 15. They are newcomers, and they already got some score points on the board, as well as Void. And boy, oh boy, an epic day to Mobile Mayhem, I must say, but that last series really took the cake.
Yeah, totally. It was an awesome day today, right? I'm actually very happy that we had Zim once again. Hope you're gonna come and visit EU more often. I really enjoyed your casting, and also co-casting with a Verdict was actually amazing. And if you guys have anything to add for me,
tune in tonight. We got Mobile Mayhem NA on my channel as well. It's gonna be I don't know if Dave's back. I'm assuming Gil is still there, considering we still got Zim in EU, which I've enjoyed. He's been a delight. I'm always grateful to have great talent come through in the booth, and somebody who can give me like an in-depth, breakdown of what's really happening. I'm just saying what I see, and I'm like, okay, well, look, and he's like, hey, this is what could have happened. He doesn't correct me either. He kind of just lets me, wonder my way into it, which is great. So I appreciate you for not exploiting, your smartness and thinking you're superior. Actually, Verdict, you're wrong. Shut your pie hole. And I appreciate that as well, Deanna. You've been a delight. You've been a wonder. I'm glad to get to work with you, fine ladies and gentlemen, on a regular basis.
Me too. I'm actually very, very happy. So before we actually gonna have a raid, right? We're gonna hear a word from our sponsor, COD Mobile and Grilla, and we're gonna see you next time. Bye, bye, guys.
Later.